.org to find a forest near you and discover other cool things to do when you go, like fishing, biking, or even camping. Visit discovertheforest.org.
See you later!
Yeah, see you soon!
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
This is ESPN Pensacola 1330 AM and 99.1 FM, the only local station that talks sports 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From Gullick and Wingo to the Sports Drive with Chad Brillante. Plus talk football with Coach K at noon, sports call every Saturday. If you'd like to partner with us as an advertiser or a promotional partner, just give us a call at 262-6000.
You're listening to ESPN Pensacola 1330 AM, 99.1 FM. All sports, all the time. WEBY, Milton, Pensacola.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Coming up on the Sports Drive, we're going to get into some of the biggest stories going on right now in XFL football. Also, the NFL draft and why a 14-game playoff might sound cool to sports fans, but not to the players.
Emmitt Smith has just become the NFL's all-time leading rusher. Across the middle, it is caught for the first. It's Baldwin shaking free and sprinting down the sideline for the touchdown. His third of the day. Doug Baldwin.
Derek Brooks, who ran back 3 interceptions for touchdowns in the regular season, does it to cement the Super Bowl.
Boxing's elite, the new WBA heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr.
Baldwin beaten. The result has come up on screens that Gatlin's taken it. Goodness me, it was a blue American vest, 992 the Gatlin. 992 by the American champion to take gold.
Another Watson is wearing a green jacket at Augusta. And this time, his name is Bubba.
Scores on a 34-yard touchdown run by the Doak Walker Award winner, Trent Richardson, who broke a lot of Emmitt Smith's records back in Pensacola, Florida.
And welcome into the Sports Drive on ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM. Simulcast each and every day on Blab TV. Chad Brillante alongside JP having some fun. Caitlin back in the network studio as, right now the CBA is getting shut down. Now, this is not going to change the landscape of the NFL, but one extra playoff game, not against it. As Tom Brady gets old and the Patriots are going to, need all the help they can get these days. I'm fine with an extra team. But I will say, though, that the overall landscape doesn't really need to be changed. There's a lot of things in sports right now that do need to be changed. The pass interference rule, a lot of things. But not really one extra game and a 14-team playoff. Those are two things that, to me, are not necessary right now. Is it necessary? Is it necessary for me to? No. But I will say that I wouldn't mind it. I'm not going to be against it. JP joining us as well, and as a Titans fan, I know he's all for this because his team either sits on the border or watches other people during this season throughout most of the year. So I know you're a big advocate of this.
Well,
how are you doing today? Happy Friday, bud.
I think happy Friday, everybody except you. But look,
sounds about right.
I think that this will help your team because look, the dynasty's over. Brady's on his way out. You have the incumbent coming up in Jarrett Stidham, but I don't know if Jarrett Stidham is going to be able to get you into the playoffs. Adding this extra team gives you an opportunity here. So you guys can squeak in, and we can be the guy that kind of takes your realm here because Tom Brady will be playing for us, and that's awesome because we'll have Tom Brady, A.J. Brown, and Derrick Henry. It'll be sweet.
All right, so ignoring this, one of the things that we talk about, too,
that's what you guys do.
Is, you can weigh in today. NFL fans, 850-623-1330 is the number. You can also text in at 850-623-1330. JP on his private line, BigPapaJ.gov. I don't know how you got a .gov out of there.
Well, don't worry about it.
All right, it's going to say.
Pulled a lot of
it's confidential, I was going to say. But BigDaddyJ.gov, you can also text in on that. I do believe, though, that it's going to get shut down. It looks like 5 of the 6 ruled against this right out of the chute. So it doesn't look like there's going to be much to talk about after that.
Well, it was 6-5 vote there that were against it, the executive group. They're going to vote on Tuesday.
That's exactly what I said in a different way. You're
5 of 6? You said 5 of the 6.
I said 5 of the 6 voted against it. You said 6 out of the 5. That's impossible to do for human beings.
The vote was 6-5.
Oh, it was 6-5?
Yes.
Oh, then I wasn't on that. Yeah. Mine sounded better for my case, but yeah, you're okay. All right.
Yeah,
okay,
but they're gonna vote this to the player.
That's completely different. You're right. That was a lot closer.
They're gonna give the players the vote on Tuesday. They postponed it today. I think. Look, it's the 17th game thing. The players aren't getting, and I know they're getting a little bit of money, a little bit more money here. I just think that the players are against when you talk about the concussions and the injuries and all this other stuff. 17 games. I know it's one more game, and the playoff thing, I don't think necessarily the players care much about. That's not a big deal to them. It's adding that extra game, and there's some other details in there. But when you have guys like J.J. Watt and Leonard Fournette, which, not to make a joke here, I think those are 2 awesome players, but these are 2 guys that have struggled with injury. So if they know about adding another game and what it means, they've come out and said, hard no on this one. We're voting no on that. No way that's going to happen. Whether a guy in the NFL, because these are all grown men, they make their own decisions, that is influential in a lot of ways because a lot of people respect those guys, and especially J.J. Watt, the type of player he is. For him to stand up and be the first one to step out against this, players will be like, I got my boy. J.J. said no, we ain't doing it. So there you go. I mean, I don't think the players will pass this. It benefits the lower tier players because they'll get a 20% increase, like the practice squads and things like that. But I think ultimately, if it passes, it's going to.
So Bernie Sanders is for this plan, right? Is that?
Well, as long as I'm not getting into the pot.
No, I'm just saying based on the fiscal. So, like the place kickers and the practice squad guys are
right. They get the benefit.
They get the benefit. They make the billions. Okay, I get it. And then like the Tom Brady's get to hand their money over. Okay. I will say though that there's some intriguing options. I'm tired of seeing, by the way, a bunch of Andy Dalton pictures in Patriot jersey. Get this out of here, man. Unless it's.
Bring it on. Let's go.
The only time I want to see Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket who ran out of gas a long time ago,
comes into town.
Well, no, if he wants to wear like a Patriot jersey with his name embroidered, my name's embroidered on that. Like as a fan,
I'll
get him some
good
seats.
Get him some good seats. The opponent's jersey showing up. You always like that.
Well, he can wear whatever jersey. We know how to get into the locker room, whether it's our jersey or not. But the thing is, Andy Dalton, though, if he wants to wear a Patriot jersey and be in row 7. That's fine.
Well, I think part of that, too, is because, listen, the whole y'all stealing Cincinnati's film, getting that film on him.
That's what we were doing.
That's actually what it was.
Yeah.
You were trying to get some film on Andy Dalton as well, and that's why he's going to come to the Patriots. He's going to give you all the tips.
It'd be the perfect feel-good story. Like Mother Teresa takes people like his baby cubs and takes care of them. This would be being able to shape and mold Andy Dalton into a football player would be something that would leave a legacy for Bill Belichick. And that would be
Belichick
that would be cool.
wins with Andy Dalton.
That would be a movie.
That's the ultimate.
It's like Rudy. It's like the movie Rudy. Someone's like, how dare you compare it? No, it is. I mean, they were able to. The Patriots took Andy Dalton in 2020 and made him into a football player. He actually had a lead in a playoff game. The Andy Dalton story.
How awesome would that be, though? Really, I know it's.
No, it'd be terrible. I don't want to see him in that jersey.
If you won with Andy Dalton as your quarterback in New England, that would be the ultimate middle finger to society, to everybody in the NFL. Is it not, though?
No, it
was just Brady, huh?
To me, it'd be more investigation into us of how did you win with Andy Dalton.
We know that you have film on it. That's fine. We've accepted that.
No. Astros are like, you son of a... How do you accept these guys? But no, bang twice on the trash can for yes on that answer. I do think, though, that an extra playoff game would be okay, but it's not going to be something that...
Well, it's not
it's
extra
not necessary.
Game.
It's an extra team.
When you say it's an extra game, clarify that, because when you're saying we're not adding another game, what you're doing, what I mean is for other teams.
How it's set
taking
up right
a
now,
bye week
yes.
away or a bye from one team. So you have one number 1 seed, and that's the only one that gets a bye. So essentially,
which is fine.
Right, which essentially would mean that the Chiefs this year would have played the Steelers. The Steelers would have got in, the Chiefs wouldn't have got the bye. Boom, there you go, and that would have been your game if you want to look at it from that perspective. I'm for it. I'm okay with that. But I don't think that's the players aren't voting against that. I don't think
it's about the 17 game
I think it's
season,
about the
yeah.
7 because they've come out. They've taken a stand on this the whole time.
Yeah, they don't want to do more work and get hurt more.
And they're taking one preseason. These players don't care about the preseason. I'm sorry. Now these guys that are trying to make the team and the practice squads, they do care about that. That's for another conversation.
And also, too, I want to make this clear. Stats mean a lot to the players. They do. And a lot of these guys that have records, they don't want their legacy. I know this sounds ridiculous, but they don't want their legacy of these guys that had like a Michael Thomas that says 120-something catches, or a guy at the end of their career like a Drew Brees. They don't want their records. You get another game, that's another 450 yards a guy might get to break your record as passing, or an extra 3 or 4 touchdowns. And I know right now that's not the big picture of it, but that does mean something to these guys. That their stats are going to be down the road. You add an extra, if you have the all-time passing record or the all-time touchdown receptions record, you don't want an extra game where you're going to get that crushed if you're one of these Larry Fitzgerald kind of guys, even though he's not the kind of guy that's going to speak openly about that.
Well, the other thing, too, I want to make this clear. And, Chad, tell me if I'm wrong. Seriously.
I can start with you're probably wrong.
Well, yeah.
Go ahead. Now convince me why not.
Hearing people talk about this is a money grab for the players, this is not a money grab. If anything, the players, look, add an extra game, they can restructure contracts to get more money for that. And they could definitely get a lot for that extra game because it's something they haven't had to do before. Now you're talking about with everything that goes involved in this, I just think the revenue share, you're getting an extra percent or 0.5% or 1.5% or whatever it may be. So that everything they're getting more money from this. So and not to mention with this as well, in this whole thing, the players get, I believe it's 20% of gambling profits in the new CBA.
Yeah.
So they're getting more money from this, but they're saying no. So when people want to say, "Oh, this is a money grab," they want more money. First things first, Chad. If I offer you, I'm going to offer you because I see these other guys are getting paid $35 million. Like, well, you know what? You want a little bit here. I'm going to give you 40. All right. Or this guy can go, well, no, I'm going to give you 27. Which one would you say yes to?
I'll take $40.
Well, there you.
40. Oh,
yeah,
40
$40.
million.
No,
Okay,
I wouldn't say million. No.
Okay.
No, but that's my
sold
point here.
myself
So
low there.
one thing too, when people are like criticizing these players for going out and getting more money, first off, these agents know what they can go get for these guys. And as a player, I know that Brady's turned down to go win, and that's fine. He can do that. And he'll never be criticized. But don't criticize a player for going out and getting more money when it's offered to him. I get the gingerbread man. For
you
this?
get the gingerbread. I caught him today. He said
you did actually.
You
Mardi
can't
Gras.
catch me. And there's
Jeff likes him. Jeff
Nothing
Wayne's
like
right
dancing
there.
a gingerbread man in front of
He was
somebody
twerking.
working.
Thank you.
Well, okay. Now you
It's
know what?
Mardi Gras week.
Yeah.
Do what you can for
I knew
bees.
somebody named Cookies that was twerking, but not the gingerbread man. Please. Baseball America, by the way, super teams. How about this? Our Wahoos. You can catch the Wahoo games right here on ESPN Pensacola, Blab TV on television, covering the games as well. And 2020 MILB super teams right there. They're in the top 5. How about that right there?
Trash
Just
Pandas?
beat out Northwest Arkansas Naturals. It's nothing natural,
natural
about Northwest
that.
Arkansas. Have you been
We've
in
got
that?
the insight there.
No,
There's
not
nothing
too much
natural about
natural,
those guys.
except for the calories you can gain in that burger up there at a place called Tchotchke's. But I will say,
Santa's testing
we're
those
ahead
guys.
of right now. We are ahead of Palm Beach Cardinals,
Get 'em
the
out of here.
Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Brent Baird
Definitely
is
get them out of here.
Kane County Cougars. I do like their network.
No,
And then Wichita Wind Surge.
that's a new one, isn't it? Isn't the Wind Surge a new team?
What if the game got canceled because of like hail and wind? That's just what we do.
Ironic.
That's what we do here, by the way.
Wind Surge
Yeah.
Nation.
Blue Wahoos coming at 5. Amarillo's Sod Poodles, AJ.
Something about those sod poodles.
Something about those. They beat us out for best mascot.
It's debatable.
So we asked Gene Stallings, because Amarillo's not too far from where he lives in Paris, Texas. Chad, I don't know what the hell a saw poodle is. I was thinking he maybe knew. It's like, because
We
it's like
agree.
some kind of, isn't it a prairie dog in a way? We're not talking, this is animal talk, but the prairie dog.
It's the animal hour. I think it is, but
That's what it was. It wasn't some kind of groundhog, some prairie dog, some type of thing that pops its head, not in the game whack-a-mole, that really does that in farms.
yeah, it's a sod poodle.
That's You answered the question there. That's
No, let's see. Yeah, it's like a prairie dog, pretty much.
Okay, all right, there we go.
It's, of course, a slang term. But
yeah. And Coach Stallings owns 100 acres. He had no clue about that. So
you know what they beat out? You know what names they beat out? You know how these teams do. Rocket City Trash Pandas.
Yeah, we beat out the mullet. Remember, what's going to be the Pensacola mullet? Yeah.
The boot scooters, the long haulers, and the Bronc Busters. Those were the other three that they chose sod poodles. Sod Poodle Nation.
It's not bad. Gwinnett Stripers.
Oh, Striper. I've been saying it wrong this whole time.
Well, I always said it.
Right.
Gosh, every time. No wonder
awkward.
I didn't get a call back.
Exactly.
When I was like, I was going to be the voice of the team, and it had
I thought
two
the
Ps.
mascot was weird.
That really was.
That.
Well, the one I created to send them, they were very offended.
I know they sent me
and
that
I was
one
like,
back.
What's wrong? Why would you have a name like
fish?
that? And then now I realize there's only one P.
Okay, well,
there's only one P in Stripe.
I owe a bunch of people an
Sorry,
apology.
Gwinnett. Yeah, I do too. Some families, I sent cards, business cards. I do apologize to half of Gwinnett now. Toledo Mudhens, by the way. Toledo Mudhens are also up there, number 2. And Montgomery Biscuits checking in at number 1.
What is the Biscuits' name?
Biscuits.
No, he's got a name. Everything's got a name.
Butter? Butter? Butter the biscuit? Butter the butter.
All right, I'm looking.
Come here, butter.
This show.
So this is the top 5 right here. This is the super teams came out today. Like your superfoods. Like blueberries and avocado. This is your top 5 right here.
By the way, a blue wahoo, that's a mean fish. By the way, we have one of the meanest mascots.
I don't think there is. Isn't it just the wahoo?
Yeah, but okay, so it's the color.
We used to catch, okay, all right.
No, but look, the wahoo though, you've caught one.
Oh yeah,
them,
they're
right?
nasty. We used to.
Oh my God,
they used to do a lot of
tear you apart.
We had wahoo tournaments over there off of. When I say we, I was just in the back drinking a Coors Light. My dad's team, but they were on the Real Gator fishing team out there. They take the 32 contender. I'm putting like fish talk in here, like boat talk. Got on the back of the 32 contender, two 250 Evinrudes, and we would take that sucker out across. That thing on a 32-foot boat, going across, by the way, to the Bahamas from right there at Sebastian. Not cool, by the way. And but we did a lot of wahoo fishing out there. Like I said, Coors Light in the back of the boat. Once in a while, we'll gaff the fish. Caught a lot of wahoo. Not too many blue. When we come back, we're going to get to Inside the XFL, by the way. Lots to talk about there. And then we'll also talk some more NFL draft talk and the Combine coming up. Fan of the Combine or not? Is it a good thing? And who should compete in the Combine? Obviously not Joe Burrow. Do not throw. You do not need to throw, Joe. That would not be good. But don't pull an Eli Manning. Go to the Bengals. Unless it's the Pats. Coming back for more. Happy Mardi Gras. Big parades down there. Be safe. Looking forward to it. Having some fun. Go Irish, right? As we're coming back for more, right? That's right. That's that one sad guy right there. Coming back for more. Show us some beads right here on the Sports Drive.
Owner-operators, will you be successful in 2020? Increase your profits this year by leasing a new or gently used semi-truck from SFI Trucks. Leasing from SFI means driving with confidence in a new truck spec'd for cost savings, comfort, and safety. And your bumper-to-bumper warranty covers just about everything during the entire length of your lease. Find out what kind of deal you can get. No and low money down payment options available. Learn more at sfitrucks.com. That's sfitrucks.com.
Spin to win this weekend at Bob Tyler Toyota. After every new or pre-owned purchase, just spin the prize wheel and win great prizes like flat screen TVs, Yeti coolers, gift cards, Nintendos, Fitbits, gift baskets, and more. This weekend only. It's Bob Tyler Toyota's way of thanking you. Get to Bob Tyler Toyota and spin to win. Excludes tax tag registration title porter factory installed options extra. All prices include $899.50 dealer fees. Offers can't be combined and subject to be withdrawn at any time. See dealer for details. Expires 2/23/20. All previous offers not valid. Limited to first 50 buyers.
O'Reilly. This is Sarah's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
Driving cross-country with 2 young children is ambitious, to say the least. Then our check engine light came on. We pulled into O'Reilly Auto Parts and they tested it. Turned out it was a faulty sensor. They referred us to a great mechanic just down the street and we were back on the road in no time.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. There's something out there for you and me, and the American road is calling, so what's it gonna be? Hey, it's an amazing day, traveling our own highway. No matter where it leads us, we can smile,
fueling the American spirit.
Welcome to Bo! Okay, hi, what are we doing today?
I need something that screams something fun. Nothing too on the face, nothing too off the face, but also totally hot.
So I have the perfect thing. It's the most food mullet. You're totally business in the front, but tailgate in the back. It's a fat party. People are having fun. Snap. All your friends are going to be like, whoa, awesome setup. Everyone else is going to be all jelly, okay?
Just like a killer mullet, Moe's Catering will turn the back of your ride into a tailgate party that's sure to turn some heads. Just order ahead and pick it up on your way.
Moe's Southwest Grill, now open in Pace on Highway 90 next to Publix grocery store.
Once upon a time, there was a nice house that lived with a family. The house loved the family and took care of them. One day, it started to rain and rain. The house wanted to protect the family, but the water got inside and ruined everybody's everythings. The house was so sad, but the family didn't think it could happen. They told the house that they would take better care of her, always.
Protect what matters. Learn more about your flood risk at floodsmart.gov/care.
Saturdays are live and local on Sports Call with Davis Allen and Justin Patrick.
The Astros are a joke.
The MLB is a joke as well.
The MLB, they don't know how to handle this.
Exactly.
They don't know how to handle this, so how do they handle it? Terribly.
You can't handle P. Bros that way and then handle these Astro players this way. It doesn't add up.
It's sports talk with a lot of chill. Every Saturday from 11 to 1 on ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM. We do sports, and that's all we do. We're your hometown sports station. ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM.
Thin line between joy and pain. It's a long, strange trip. It's all insane. You ain't never gonna be the same. Living life through the night. Thin line of a line.
Welcome back, Sports Drive, ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM. Simulcast each and every day on Blab TV, where all the balls here are deflated. It's just part of the rules.
Speak for yourself.
It's a family show here. Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, big fight this week between two monsters.
Big fight,
huge guys out there. And, I think it's good for – we want to see – we had Roy Jones Jr., pound for pound, one of the greatest fighters from right here. Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao was very disappointing, but that was the fight we wanted to see overall because those were two huge names. Back in the day, the Oscar De La Hoyas, Hector Macho Camacho. I got to call his fight when he was in Orlando in Kissimmee.
Me too.
No, you didn't. You were not there.
That's what you think.
Not there. Did not get. You were not. I would have not have called. I would have walked off the set. But
different show.
So, but to have great heavyweights when you have Ali versus Frazier, Foreman versus Holmes, big names. Even when you had Mike Tyson and you had guys like Lennox Lewis, when you had great fighters, it was fun to see Holyfield versus Tyson. It's good to see these guys, and they're not at that level. Boxing, because of UFC fighting, for good reason. But boxing, it's split. It's mixed. It takes a great fight like this to draw that interest. But UFC right now and boxing really has split emotions on this. But I would say, though, in this fight, it's these are two literal heavyweights. You got yourself one guy's 6'7", one guy's 6'8", 272. This is – and first time it was a draw. They're both undefeated in their own way based on it. Who do you like in the fight, though?
When you look at Fury here, Fury's more of a technician guy. He's a pop with the left, and then you look and he's trying to catch you.
That's your popcorn machine, but
there you go.
It's okay.
With the left. But he's trying to catch you off guard. He almost, and listening to Stephen A. Smith and those guys talk about it as well today, I don't know. I think Wilder's going to win the fight. I think that, of course, last time these two faced off, it was 12 rounds. Of course, Fury gets knocked down like that, gets back up. Nobody thought he was going to get back up. I think it's awesome because, Fury's come out and said he's going to knock him out in two. We love that. Now, I don't see that happening. When you look at Wilder's just this crazy man that's probably the hardest hitter they've ever seen. The way he fights is like what we kind of dream to fight. You want to be that bad dude that has the hardest, right hand or whatever, and just almost like a backyard fighter. He has so much power, stamina, everything. Like I said, with Fury, he's more of a try to lull you to sleep, and he's going to catch you off guard type guy. It's going to be interesting. Both these guys undefeated. Of course, last Time, Wilder getting to defend his belt there, and it was a draw, and all. however you want to say it. This is the perfect matchup, and I agree with you. Two big guys, big heavyweights like this is so good for the sport. It's perfect for the sport.
And I thought I ordered it. I thought I had the fight. We're going to go over watch it tomorrow after the parades. Saturday Gone Wilder. Apparently I did not order it. And I'm in trouble now with my DVR and with Cox Cable. I apparently did not order that.
You ordered the wrong thing is what you did. You didn't read it.
Okay, you got a big fight with Deontay Wilder, and it says Saturday's Gone Wilder, and I click it, and now I've got a virus. So I don't know what's happening. I'm very disappointed. I'm upset. No, I am because I paid for it. So I've got to. But it's very disappointing. I was upset. You can't confuse people like that. You got to keep it to what it is. Apparently, right under that, like 3 pay-per-views down, it said boxing with Fury versus Wilder. So I guess that's on me. I should have known that. Looking right now, though, at Penn State. Joe Paterno, and they've reached a final settlement. Look, you're sort of in that mixed zone on age group. Don't give me this.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, no,
how
I'm
dare
not.
you? He's like happily, got a happy girlfriend. We got two rabbits, right there. Yeah. But I'm not. What I'm saying though is Penn State. You're in that age where you saw some of Joe Pa's greatness. Mm-hmm. You also saw some of Joe Paterno's at halftime having to run across the field to change trousers.
Badness?
But then there was the stories that obviously with Jerry Sandusky and turning the blind eye that many people today, they don't understand. But people, old school football fans, understand the importance of what Joe Paterno. The matchups, look, even Alabama and Penn State with the matchups, it didn't just have to be the Big East country. It didn't have to be, not Big East, Big Ten country, but around there, it did not have to be just about football. He was more than football. Very similar to how Bobby Bowden was bigger than just Florida State football. He was an icon to many. Sadly, though, many people aren't going to look at him the same way that way.
No. It's tainted.
And this is one of the most, I understand both sides kind of thing. Because Joe Paterno could have done something. We don't have to get into this spiel again. I spent 2.5 years on this, it seems. For a terrible person. Quit throwing rocks, by the way, at the guy named Jerry Sandusky with a G, who's the Baltimore Ravens lead broadcaster for them. And he was getting people hope your family burns down. He's like, this is a wrong dude, man. Not even the same G. One's a J.
You were one of those guys before you found out. How dare you?
That's why I have a last name like Berliante. Nobody, they know who's going to,
I've seen your
for everybody
Facebook.
named like Pete Thomas out there, I apologize.
What was the guy that...
Bob Jones? You're like, oh, man. If you get
one guy, you remember the request you had. You know what I'm talking about. Can't remember his name.
So Joe Paterno, though, the whole Sandusky situation was terrible. Awful. About as awful as it gets.
Absolutely.
But Joe Paterno, it's mixed because there's a lot of fans for 40, 50 years that lived and breathed their Saturdays with him and football and what he meant. And there's a lot of players that said, you know what, he raised us the right way, made sure that our education, our football, everything, you hear the Matt Millens, the Todd Blackledges, so many guys talking about him. But then there's the other side where he looked away from the possibility of knowing about this. And we don't know all the details of that, but we do know that football came before everything else. But today they reached a final settlement with the family. So they've resolved an outstanding issue that divided them 8 years after he was fired following the Jerry Sandusky child molestation arrest. So at this point, the university, they finally come to that moment. This thing was not only a bad moment for Penn State, it was a bad moment for football. It was a bad moment for broadcasters. There's been a few that we don't enjoy covering. We don't get our jollies out of getting to come to work and getting to talk about the Sandusky case or Michael Vick dogfighting or the stories of the tabloids of Jameis Winston in the 79-page report of what was going on with the rape charges over in Tallahassee. None of that is what we got into the business for. But it's also our job to cover these because they're sports related.
Well, even the Greg Robinson getting busted with the marijuana
but
thing.
I'll laugh at that because that's just ridiculous.
Well, yes, but that's not why you do this.
It's not funny,
we don't enjoy reading that. It's just we go back and we're just like, what in the world? No, and look, you wish it could all be positive. That's the fun of sports.
157 pounds of marijuana.
That's gets you in a lot of trouble, but no, but I agree. But my question too is when
somebody
you
at a Grateful Dead concert, it's like amateurs.
When you look at Paterno or Bowden. was a bigger figure or more? Which one was more important to their school?
Jeff Bowden was an okay. Not Jeff.
Not Jeff. No.
Okay,
sorry, Jeff. No,
and he
not
wasn't
that
an
one.
okay coordinator.
No, he wasn't.
He was terrible. He was flat out bad. It was. If it wasn't a screen pass, it's like 4th and 18. Punting unit screen, but no, I don't know. I would.
I think it's more even to me because they both meant so much to what. When you look at Bobby Bowden and what he did building that program up, and you look at Joe Paterno, and Joe Paterno meant a lot outside of football as well. He was a person that had helped people get to that next level personably. Now, I hate that all this stuff happened just because I don't want to look at Paterno in that light. I don't want to think that he turned a blind eye to things. You hate that about people. That's like you were saying, things we don't want to report on, we don't want to read, we don't want to see things like that because I want to look at all these guys. I want to look at guys in sports as the feel-good story. I want to look at guys coming back after maybe, Josh Gordon. When I talk about Josh Gordon, I want Josh Gordon to get back in the league, and I want him to succeed. He's a fantastic football player, but now we know his talent on the field. We root for him because of the person, of what he's fighting right now and things like that. Same thing with Antonio Brown. We can laugh at Antonio Brown, say he's a bum, whatever, but there's something wrong there. You want these guys to, that comeback story, to be able to overcome whatever they're going through and find a way to success. That's what we love about sports, because we all know, whether it's high school, college, whatever, we all know somebody personally that has changed us in sports.
I don't care if Antonio Brown comes back, though.
Well, Kobe Bryant, a guy that you look at, he made a mistake, he came back, and what he did worldwide to try to do the right thing, to be the dad, and all this other stuff. That's what I'm talking about in all this. And yes, I understand with Antonio Brown, but there's other opinions out there that people want him to be able to succeed, to get through this, because he's just not right. Like what he's going through is just not right. There's something wrong there. And you hope that guys like that, or Josh Gordon or whatever, can overcome these things, because that's what we root for in sports.
Right now, Tua has his, it looks like he's passed every test with bells and whistles, by the way. And it wasn't just bells, whistles as well, per the quarterback, his surgeon.
Well, he's going to the Cowboys
there you
now,
go.
so.
Recently, NFL insiders said that the health checkup on the guy that has the biggest health checkup right now going on, said that he's taken every single step, and it looks like he is ready to go. His surgeon, Norman Waldrop, it's him, it's Norman.
Pressure's on him.
Look, Norman Waldrop, the Shark, that's the Shark, right? Shared his thoughts on the quarterback's remarkable recovery during an interview with Miami Herald, saying that he thinks at this point the injury-prone label is not fair and believes there will be no setbacks in his recovery. Remember also, he's a surgeon, and how do you get paid a little more? Making sure this guy gets drafted higher. But why also, here's the other thing that I get from this story. Out of all of this, why are we getting the Miami Herald if he's not going to the Dolphins? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm taking. It's like, come on, man. Make the choice. Get out. Get out while you have it. But apparently, at this point, there are other teams out there. I'd play the leverage card. I'd be Kevin Costner right now in draft day. Why are you not sitting back trying if you're a team like Detroit? If you're a team up there in the front? Be like, hey, you know what? We aren't sold on Daniel Jones. Uh-oh. They're about to make a move for our guy. They're calling our bluff. Give us a second rounder. Because Okudah or Chase Young's going to still be sitting there, a pick away when you need a quarterback. Just saying. It's time to wheel and deal. Kevin Costner did it. Not in Postman. That was a waste of my money. But you have a shot right now. They have a shot to make some moves.
What about Tua's comments about Dallas, though? That's... and I'm not talking about Dallas. Look, people criticizing him for saying Dallas. You asked him a question, he gave you an honest answer. Like, Jesus mercy, can we calm down? Like, Tua didn't say, I want to go in there and take Dak's spot. He basically just said, look, if you give me the opportunity, I grew up, I watched the Cowboys, and a lot of people did. That's America's, used to be America's team, I guess. I don't know if it still is.
It's not sure America's team without the A.
Okay.
It's America's team, yeah.
But him coming in there and saying, listen, I would love to, he said, let me rest for a year, and then I'll be ready to play. He's like, I would love to learn under Dak. He wants to learn, that to me. And
Isn't that contradicting of what the surgeon just said, though?
Here's the thing, though. What I'm saying is
100% healthy, and then Tua's like, I'm going to take a year off.
Remember, we're not too far off where that used to be the norm. A guy gets drafted, we're not going to see him for a year or two. The Aaron Rodgers thing, that used to be the norm, right?
Norman Waldrop.
No,
surgeon?
not that. No, not that
different.
Guy.
Okay.
But
he might go by Norm.
It's not that long ago. That's what we were. That's that was the norm in the league. Now we've got these rookie quarterbacks coming in. People want them to start. They start. Some have success. Some don't. I mean, with Tua saying that, all I'm saying is nothing he said there was bad. If anything, it was good. He said that to whatever team, because Tua doesn't want to go to an awful team and just be miserable his whole life like an Andy Dalton. Sorry, but it's just he doesn't want that. But
That's
at
a
the
very
same time,
disrespectful comment on
that's fine.
he's made $108 million. He probably right now
okay.
is
Then you
sitting
know what?
on like
Don't
a yacht.
disrespect him when he goes to the Patriots. You better get his jersey.
You just said though that he's living his life like a homeless dude under a bridge. He's probably on some cruise ship right now.
No, that's not what I said.
Hopefully not that one in China.
That's not what I said at all, actually. What I did say was he's been on a team like that has taken him nowhere.
I agree
he has
with
had
that.
no success, and you can't blame Andy Dalton all these years, because if you play 15 years and you don't go to the playoffs, it may not be your fault.
I agree.
So.
I think you said something to the point of he's living a life of misery, though.
Yes, absolutely. I did say that.
He's probably
You're
drinking.
getting paid, but still, as an athlete, you still want to win.
He has a drink with the umbrella in it by the pool right now, in the one place it's still warm. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, yes, you're right, though.
But at a certain point, you get where the money, yes, the money's nice getting paid or whatever, but you want to win as an athlete. I mean, that's simply put. But what I'm getting here,
and my advice to Andy Dalton would be better as a human.
Well, he will be with the Patriots. He'll help you guys out. It'll be fine.
The next step for Tua is assuming no hiccups, is he's going to be drafted. Over under, is he going to go to the Dolphins at number 5?
Well, I don't think hiccups will bother his hip a whole lot. I think that has nothing to do with it.
Assuming there are no hiccups.
Well, if there is hiccups and they're that bad, then he has a problem.
Don't drink Dr. Pepper. It doesn't
you're
help,
done
by the way.
with
You're
that.
done.
I want to say yes, but this whole Lions thing, I think this is more smoke and mirrors. Like, oh yeah, we're interested in Tua, because right now Mel Kiper came out with 2.0, and the Lions are interested in Tua. They've said that because part of it is the rumors are Stafford is this type of guy that's made this money, but Stafford wants to win. Stafford realizes, listen, I'm 32 years old. I don't want to waste my whole life here.
You got to be careful on that one, though.
Well, here's the thing. Stafford has said before that he's been unhappy. Now, obvious that the Lions have done nothing since he's been there. He's a good quarterback. He really is. I mean, you think of the situations he's been put in. I know he's had Calvin Johnson and stuff, but he's still been a good quarterback without him.
Yeah, he played with broken ribs. I mean, that's not cool.
Was it broken bones in his back?
Yeah,
that's what it was. Yeah, broken bones in his back.
Broken shards, and that just sounds bad.
But I think this whole Detroit Lions thing, I think it's more smoke and mirrors than anything.
I don't think they're going to take him.
I mean, I don't either, because look, they're shopping Darius Slay right now. Well, that's your star corner.
Well, they just
and you're talking about Snacks Harrison.
Snacks is released today. I mean, they're making moves right there.
But when you look at that, and then so you're looking at before all these mock drafts or whatever had Jeff Okudah, who's a really good corner. He would fit what they need. They need some help on defense. I don't know. I think it's more to trying to get that stock up to, oh yeah, well we want Tua too. So what would you give us for our pick? I think that's what this is. I don't see it any more than smoke and mirrors for the Lions right now.
When we come back, we'll get into more on the Tua conversation, passed with bells and whistles, according to his surgeon. And it looks like also more stuff going on. UWF, big week in athletics for them. It's the Pensacola Mardi Gras Parade. We'll be down there tonight. It's going to be a little bit cooler. You should know that by now with your weather app and people like Alan. And as well, Saturday, Sunday, more parade. It's going to be an awesome week. Be safe out there. If you're heading by Garden Street, anywhere, Interdencia, all the places downtown, remember, there's a parade, so don't yell. If you're listening right now, I have warned you. There are going to be cones and places you can't get through.
And you can't get hit with beads.
Don't be that
Don't
curmudgeon.
sue.
Well, that's...
We talked about that yesterday.
That girl that lost her eye last year. Coming back for more. Sports Drive, ESPN Pensacola, Blab TV.
Imogen and I started Jewelers Trade Shop in 1956.
Our goal at Jewelers Trade Shop has always been to give our customers the best experience imaginable. It's something that my grandfather instilled in my father, and without a doubt, my father has passed on to me. Those basic core goals and values that shaped our business 56 years ago are still very much alive and a driving force behind Jewelers Trade Shop today.
For 3 generations, the story continues. Jewelers Trade Shop in downtown Pensacola.
Bowling is a sport that will last you a lifetime, and at Cordova Lanes on Airport Boulevard, every night there is something exciting happening. Like on Tuesday and Thursday, it's penny a pin. Bowl 100, pay $1. Or how about starting your weekend off right by reserving a lane for just $25 at Moonlight Bowling. Enjoy a fresh-made pizza and the lowest pitcher prices in Pensacola. So what are you waiting for? It's time to roll your way into Cordova Lanes and experience fun like never before.
Hello, sports fans. Miles Bentley here, General Manager at Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Pensacola. Growing up, I always loved sports. Nothing but net, out of the park, through the uprights. Sink the puck, Bentley. That was me. But my love of the game couldn't beat my love for Pensacola and helping folks get on the road of dreams in a new Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Sure, I never went to the big leagues in sport, but we're all pro here at Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Proud to be in Pensacola.
This is Carl on his motorcycle.
Let's ride till we run out of gas!
And this is Carl off his motorcycle.
Balsa wood is very different than teak. People confuse the two.
On his motorcycle.
Hey! Check out that view!
Off his motorcycle.
Let's do puzzles in the break room.
On.
Look at all that open road!
Off.
Look how long my fingernails are getting.
You're better on your bike. Progressive helps keep you on it. Get a quote in as little as 3 minutes at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Redbox has the newest movies fresh from the theater. Plus, award winners and nominees starting at under $2 a night. Now at the box and on demand. Ford vs. Ferrari. Matt Damon and Christian Bale star in this high-octane thrill ride. Travel back to 1966 and watch Ford challenge Ferrari at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Head to one of the 41,000 Redbox locations or stream instantly on demand. Prices may vary by location, subject to applicable taxes. Additional terms at redbox.com.
In Santa Rosa County, recycling is important to our county, so make sure you don't trash it. We're keeping it simple and getting back to the basics of recycling. Only recycle clean cardboard, metal or aluminum cans, and plastic bottles or jugs. Education on this subject is key. So remember, when in doubt, throw it out. Get more information and check the full list of recycling do's and don'ts at the Santa Rosa County website or at ecua.fl.gov/green/recycling.
This is Davis Allen from Sports Call with Davis and Justin. You're listening to the Sports Drive with Chad Brillante on ESPN Pensacola 1330 AM, 99.1 FM.
Yeah! Okay! Let's go!
And welcome back, Sports Drive, ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM, simulcast each and every night on Blab TV. I'm Chad Brillante alongside JP rocking out, bringing back some good memories of a song that was only played once on radio, right? Never
good,
was played.
Good memories? Well,
yeah.
What?
I'll start singing songs
Did you
that
sing
get stuck in my head.
You sang yesterday on the show.
I do a lot of times. I'll break out in a song. It's usually on the break that they can't see it, but
That's
I did
true.
break out in a song. But I'll sing songs, especially tonight. Like the songs will get stuck in my head. Crua de Pez down there, Viva. I know the guys have been out there, but they got like the Fireball song. It's like the theme song, just the song, by the way, right? But all the things going on right there, you get the song, it, shots. So I'm singing that song yesterday to Leighton on something about like her animal, but not to shots though, to something else.
But
I'm using that theme to another thing. Like I don't even know what it was.
Yikes.
Now I can't even think of it now, but it was clearly not shots, but something going on.
Shots and squats?
No, but it wasn't. And Brittany looks at me like, this is not appropriate, even if you're using another animal. I was using some kind of show, like Mickey or something to it. Okay, we're getting borderline. This could go south real quick.
Oh, it doesn't have the E beside it. It's okay.
Thought Zach Brown Band was going to give us a...
Oh, they got you,
I got
they?
my toes in the water, my beep. And okay, you know what? Let's get back to this.
moving on.
All right. You know what? Good for you to have that. You have that in the sand
to
right
talk
there.
about.
I know you want to do a little speech. You lost some sleep last night. Markieff Morris to sign with the Lakers.
Yep.
That's exactly Boomhauer. Good job. Eagles looking to trade a disgruntled Alshon Jeffrey. Is Alshon Jeffrey at this point, cash or smash it, still looked at as a top-tier receiver in the NFL?
Not top tier. Still very valuable, though. He can really be a guy on the outside.
That sounded so like
Well,
Scout
but
GM.
top
That
tier-
answer right there was like,
Yeah, but-
we still like the guy, but he's just not the same guy.
Is top tier the same as elite?
Yeah.
Okay, then no, absolutely not.
How I answer it, is he deserving? I guess this is fair. Is he deserving on every team that's not a complete clown boot? Is he deserving of being a number one? I think that's a fair way to answer that question.
No.
So out of like 26 teams, is he one of the top receivers? Like, because he'd be a number one in a lot of teams.
I'll say no, and the main reason I say no is because he cannot stay healthy. An elite receiver cannot be injured all the time. Sorry, because an elite guy is a guy that can go out there and perform every week. You can rely on. I know injuries happen, but every year it seems like we've talked about with
Zero saltiness. He was on your fantasy team either.
No, I do not.
Okay. All right.
Well, I take that back. Yes, years ago he was, and that's when he started getting injured.
Truth is coming out, folks. We can see.
I will be honest on that one.
I'm a little ticked off this year at Devonta Freeman. Whatever he was doing, because I thought that was a decent pick. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Were you in a PPR league?
I was on a league that thought he was going to be good. That's what I thought.
Do you not know what type of league you were in?
No, I was in a PPR.
Okay, I had him in a PPR, and he did.
Tevin Coleman goes to San Fran, and you're like, all right, it's all his, boys.
Yeah, but I had
this guy Hill coming to the back.
Freeman, but I had to sit him a little bit when he started getting injured. But then when he came
Even
back,
when he started. Nah, get it out of here, man.
Whoa!
All right,
I
you know
got
what?
second with that guy.
And
Joe Mixon, which everybody wrote off, by the way.
1-2 punch.
And yet he was one of the top backs when you look, especially what he had to deal with in Cincinnati. That joke.
It sounded like you played against competition. It was like your grandparents. This is not like who are these people to lose that? Devonta Freeman and Joe Mixon last year is not a combination. You play against like Christian McCaffrey.
Says the guy. Hold on. Says the guy that went what? Well, you didn't even pay attention to your. You had no idea. You're like, hey, is this guy good?
There's a Fifth Amendment.
I'm like, Chad, you are a sports show host.
Our country established the Fifth Amendment for many reasons, and I'm going to just plead it. Plead the Fifth.
Is he playing today? I don't know, Chad. We're doing
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No.
It's okay. First week I won. That's all you need to know. I started off on a winning streak.
That's not a streak.
It was.
Who's a streak?
Well, it was preseason. We have preseason leagues.
Who are you?
Josh Reddick received death threats. People wish ill will on his kids, by the way. This is getting out of control. I know Josh Reddick. My family, by the way.
Not out of control.
My family's in charge of his, one of my uncles, Don Oliver, is actually in charge of his whole foundation, which is a great foundation, giving money to kids over in Georgia and their area. He does a lot of good stuff. This is a good human being, but he and his wife have received death threats this entire month based on that the fans are irate over the way the Houston Astros cheated their way to the World Series, but that's not an excuse to threaten lives. Josh Reddick says he and the members of the team have experienced a ton of that. So people from L.A., from all over walks of life are giving them death threats. Now this isn't a Jim McElwain death threat kind of thing. It seems like they're really getting them.
But does it though? But hold on. Now I know I am not agreeing that in any way do you threaten somebody like that for anything. It doesn't matter. Now look, if they cause harm to your family, I get it. I'm not saying that. This is a sport.
Why did you have 7 users on your phone earlier?
You don't worry about what I had there. All right.
And a couple of them were sent to Jay Reddick.
That's different. That was something else.
The basketball player for the Clippers?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. He missed a couple bad threes last night.
Yeah, well,
okay.
He had it coming.
Right, okay.
No, but look, we see it with athletes just in general. A guy fumbles a football in a regular college football game. A Penn State player, we see this all the time. It's
this
joke.
Is out of control. Yeah.
But to say, I wonder too, and I'm not going to discredit this, but this is no surprise.
No,
this should come no surprise to anybody, and it's almost. I know this sounds bad when I say this, but the media side of this, it's almost like we want to take that. The Astros are like, look, they're coming after us. Well, and I'm not going to say yes or no. All I'm saying is there's a lot of deflecting and things like that.
Internet and email, go ahead.
But this has been happening forever.
But
now,
there's
I'm
a
not
big
gonna say
difference
it's
between internet and if you're looking on your email and it's like, I'm going to get you, or somebody throws a Molotov cocktail through your window burning, now all of a sudden there's a big difference.
So how did he get his threats?
That's what I'm wondering.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. We got to know the whole details.
I guarantee you, it's somebody hiding behind a computer.
That's exactly
like they always do.
And they're not going to.
They would never do it face to face because they get their eyes
beat out. Think about all
out.
the fake national title conversations I've had. The year Alabama actually won the national title, and I wear shirts. A lady did hit me with the shopping cart at Publix, but I have the cojones to wear National Champions 2017 UCF shirts right here in the home of the Roll Tiders. And all I've got is a broken foot from a shopping cart. So sometimes you realize that it's.
Listen, all I'm going to say.
Some lady out there listening is like, we found him.
if you threaten somebody's life, especially in their families and whatever, over a sport, quit. Leave sports. We don't need people like that in sports. That is horrible. Sport is for our entertainment. It's so much fun. All this stuff. It's supposed to be family as well. All this other stuff. I mean, for you to call somebody out or threaten their life over a sport. I mean, Get over yourself. Get a life. Get from behind the computer if you're so bad.
Get them out of here. When we come back, we're going to talk a little college football, NFL, local news, and more with Dr. Roberts, Align Spine, and get to more on what's going on right now with college hoops coming up this weekend. Busy weekend. We get the Pensacola Mardi Gras Parade. It's going to be an awesome time right here on the Sports Drive.
Here are the ESPN Pensacola 1330 AM 99.1 FM contest rules. You can win one prize per household per contest in any 30-day period, unless specified by individual contest rules. All prizes are non-transferable, non-redeemable for cash, or exchangeable for any other contest prize. Prizes must be redeemed within a 30-day period of winning and must be 18 years of age or older to win. For a complete list of rules, visit ESPNpensacola.com.
Isaac, you missed the winning dunk and cost your team the championship. What are your thoughts?
Well, I switched to Boost Mobile and got a super fast network and 4 free Samsung Galaxy A20 phones, so even when we lose, I still win.
It was an easy, fast break, and no one was near you.
You know what's fast? Boost Mobile's super fast network.
They're calling your shot the greatest miss in history.
Boost Mobile's prices are never a miss. I even get 4 lines for $25 per line per month.
Oh, look at that. The fans are burning your jersey.
Yep, the fans get it. My Boost Mobile network is en fuego.
Switch to Boost Mobile and get 4 lines for $25 per line per month with unlimited data and 4 free Samsung Galaxy A20 phones, all on our super reliable, super fast network. Step up with Boost Mobile. New customers only. Limited time offer while supplies last. Requires 1 port from eligible carrier and activation. 1 free device per line. Customers who use more than 35 gigabytes of data during a billing cycle will be deprioritized during times of network congestion. Offers and coverage not available everywhere. See boostmobile.com or retailer for full details.
Football season never ends on Talk Football with Coach K.
Stidham is tearing it up at New England. He may well be the incumbent to Tom Brady there.
Former head coach of the Buffalo Bills, Coach K brings his expertise as he breaks down the game, the players, the coaches, and the front office. Plus, high-profile interviews from the biggest names in football. Talk Football with Coach K every weekday from noon till 1 on ESPN Pensacola 1330 FM 99.1.
Join us in Seville Quarter March 7th from 12 to 7 for Cordova Crawfish Company's Crawfish for a Cause, presented by Truist Bank and Sandy Sansing dealerships. Tickets are $20 in advance, $25 at the event. When you help yourself to 3 pounds of Cajun crawfish, corn, potatoes, and sausage, you're also helping your community. Through our partnership with Rally Pensacola, Crawfish for a Cause supports local families struggling with childhood cancer. We'll have live music and drink specials throughout the family-friendly event, and other food options are available. Buy tickets and learn more at crawfishforacause.com.
I'm Mina Kimes, host of ESPN Daily. Each morning, we bring you a deep dive into a single story from one of ESPN's hundreds of reporters. ESPN Daily is presented by ADT. Whether you want just the basics or all the bells and whistles, ADT can work with you to customize a system to help protect your home in a way that works for you and your budget. All ADT products are rigorously tested to deliver the quality you expect from ADT, the most trusted name in security. Help protect your home today with ADT.
The latest sports news is at ESPNpensacola.com and on Facebook at ESPN Pensacola. Plus, watch Chad Brillante, Coach K, and Sports Call live on our exclusive YouTube channel, ESPN Pensacola 1330.
Coming up on Sports Call this Saturday, Laissez le bon temps rouler. We're live from the Mardi Gras Parade in downtown Pensacola from 11 to 1. So let's let the good times roll on Sports Call with Davis and Justin on ESPN Pensacola 1330 AM, 99.1 FM.
The teams, the games, the fans, the local talk. This is ESPN Pensacola 1330 AM, 99.1 FM.
Welcome back, Sports Drive, ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM. All that seemed fine, but when I started to do that move with this at the end, like for a while, something felt weird there. So
It looked a little. Never mind.
Nothing. We got the gingerbread man here, and get him the picture right here.
Crash.
Yeah, sure. I caught him, by the way.
Congratulations. I saw it. It was a struggle.
The sad part is, people think sometimes like we're the sports guys in town. We got Davis and Justin do a great job as well, and all the guys. But we sit here and people think we live this lavish life. Like sidelines for all the media. I spent time this morning cutting out this gingerbread man for my daughter. Like, that's what I did.
Oh, so you cut that out. All right.
This was me, yeah.
So I wanted to talk to you about a couple things, but if it was Leighton, I knew Leighton cuts out better than that.
Well, look, I messed up on the back.
I know,
You
that's
can
what I'm
clearly
saying.
see
Leighton would not mess up.
This was
She does good work. You, on the other hand, we'll have to talk about that.
Inside the XFL, big games right here. You know what?
A lot to talk about.
When it comes down to the XFL, I think, though, I'm still a believer that they've got to figure something out to get people that are just your average football fans to take that step into wanting to watch every week. And there's a couple ideas. This is where you got, like, if the
ditties?
commercial, if this was like a Michael Bay movie, a light would pop up, ding, like we've got
everywhere.
It'd be all of a sudden fireworks and Transformers hitting me. They're more than just
The
that.
old
I was
XFL.
gonna say. Yeah, but it's one of these things where if you're an XFL fan, you understand, unless you live in DC, which is apparently my team on an app.
Congratulations.
We had a rotating app that picks your team, and I got DC, which is 2-0. Thank you very much, Defenders. Cardell Jones, already a champion. Jeremy, if you're out there listening, go Buckeyes. But I do think, though, that the league needs a little spice, little kick up. Not the kind of the kids were getting in trouble for in school a couple years ago, but they need something. They need a little pizzazz. It needs somebody that people are going to want to watch because it benefits their NFL team, or a guy that they used to watch and he's worth turning the dial. And it looks like, look, Tim Tebow's, he's not doing it. He's going to play minor league baseball. The Binghamton Rumble Ponies got him. He's going out there. He'll be in St. Lucie, playing in another orange and blue as he has. That was easy for Gator fans. They used to transition, like, could put a patch with the New York Met on it. It was completely different. But for the XFL right now, people need to understand that they lost 1.5 million views last week. They're going to lose more. I'm going to watch as a football fan, but long-term, P.J. Walker, guys like Landry Jones are not going to be able to control it for the rest of time. They need a bigger name. Let's go to our phone lines, 850-623-1330. Caller, who do we have?
Hey, it's Dr. Roberts.
Hey, what's happening? Good to see you, Dr. Roberts from Align Spine. And, no, it's great, man. Happy Mardi Gras. How's it going?
Yeah, happy Mardi Gras. It's going good. You know, a new year, new things. Can't wait.
Awesome. Well, first off, I want to ask you, you're a sports fan. How do you feel about the XFL so far from what you've seen?
I like it because there seems to be athletic kids out there playing. It's fun to watch. It looks like real NFL football. So I've enjoyed it so far.
And looking right now at what you see in so far from the long-term longevity of the league, do you think without the big names, and what I mean is not a Tebow or a Vic or even a college guy that sort of sparks the interest, that they're going to be able to last long-term?
Well, I think yes, because it's a supplemental league. I think that there are enough athletes coming out of the college ranks to allow these kids with no names that didn't make it to provide a product that's great and it'd be like minor league. I mean, you see minor league is successful across the way in multiple sports. So why not football? I think it's a great thing.
You work with a lot of kids and give an opportunity down there, work with a lot of the high school kids, and from orthopedic work to physicals, and when it comes to chiropractic work. When you look right now at the athletes today, a lot of these guys, they come back even stronger from injuries. A guy that obviously has been in the news, Tua Tagovailoa right now is dealt with 3 major surgeries, but his doctor came out today and said that he is better than ever, and he's getting through the procedure with bells and whistles. Do you think a guy like that, though, based on it's been high ankle sprains, knee injuries, shoulders, things that are detrimental to a guy overall as a quarterback, is he still worth, in your opinion? And also, sort of, not Dr. Baker Mayfield, but your medical opinion, do you think it would be a risk to take him early in the NFL draft?
Well, it's always a risk to take a quarterback that's undersized, number one. But no, because it's not his throwing arm, because it's more of his legs. NFL is not a mobile league. I think he isn't as a risk as if it was like a shoulder tear or a broken collarbone or something related to his ability to throw the ball.
As it gets cold, is it is truth or fiction that it's something where you have to do more stretching and get ready, just like a car starting up the engine? Is that true for people going out maybe this week and doing runs?
Absolutely true, everybody. I mean, the lower the temperature, the less circulation. Pressure changes also affect the circulation. So if you don't have your circulation going, well and warming up tissue and getting it nice and bloody and wet and stretchable, your chances of any type of injury go up significantly.
So you're saying for my beat arm tonight at Mardi Gras, I need to warm up a little, get the cannon going?
I mean, get the cannon going. I think it's a good idea.
You're like, what cannon? But hey, Doc, when it comes down to Mardi Gras, I know you've been around here for a long time in Pensacola. We're about to get out. We only have a top of the hour break here, but let everybody know how they can reach you. And looking forward to talking to you here throughout the year.
Absolutely, yeah. We're on Navy Boulevard, 3960, across from the Pines Apartment, right in that area. Our new number is 850-912-8355, and you find me at a Lion Spine every day or any day. And if I can help your kids, especially with sports, if I can't get them fixed or manage them myself, I'll get them somewhere quickly, and that's the whole goal, to get these kids back on the field so they can get a college degree.
Well, hey, you have a great Mardi Gras, and we'll talk to you here again next week.
Yes, sir. Happy Mardi Gras.
All right, appreciate it. We're coming back for more Sports Drive on ESPN Pensacola and Blab TV.
Plus, talk football with Coach K at noon, Sports Call every Saturday. If you'd like to partner with us as an advertiser or a promotional partner, just give us a call at 262-6000.
You're listening to ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM. All sports, all the time. WEBY, Milton, Pensacola.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Coming up in the second hour of the Sports Drive, we're going to get to more on the big games coming up this week, college hoops, Bubble Watch, and also more on what's going on with Houston, Major League Baseball, and the Wahoos with big news as well you're not going to want to miss.
Emmett Smith has just become the NFL's all-time leading rusher. Across the middle, it is caught for the first. It's Baldwin shaking free and sprinting down the sideline for the touchdown. His third of the day. Doug Baldwin. Derek Brooks, who ran back 3 interceptions for touchdowns in the regular season, does it to cement the Super Bowl. Boxing's elite, the new WBA heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr. Both been beaten. The result has come up on screens that Gatlin's taken it. Goodness me, it was a blue American vest. 992 the Gatlin. 992 by the American champion to take gold. Another Watson is wearing a green jacket at Augusta. And this time, his name is Bubba. Scores on a 34-yard touchdown run by the Doak Walker Award winner, Trick Richardson, who broke a lot of Emmett Smith's records back in Pensacola, Florida.
Welcome back. Second hour of the Sports Drive goes now on ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM, simulcast each and every day on Blab TV. I'm Chad Brilliante alongside JP as we get set to go. Caitlin back in our network studio. Be safe if you're going downtown for all the Mardi Gras events, whether it's tonight at 7:30. You might bring a jacket, bundle yourself up, hot cocoa. I feel like you have time to drink hot cocoa. Have you made hot cocoa before?
Yeah.
It's not that hard. It's like a packet you throw in water. I'm trying to make this into something really special, like some kind of candlelight dinner going on here. But I'm not there are some things that everybody has things that they enjoy though, but they feel like it either takes too much time or they're only for certain events, so you don't buy them. But I haven't had a hot cocoa forever. I think the last time I was at Little League Baseball Park was when I was 9.
It's because if you don't drink it within 10 seconds, if it's really cold outside.
It's just like chocolate milk.
Well, yeah, it goes cold, and you're like, ugh. Well, there goes the hot.
Just hot cocoa sounds good right now.
Does that marshmallow? Little marshmallows?
Oh, little marshmallow. Oh. little Kahlua in it. No, I'm just joking.
Get it,
You're like, wait a second.
No, I mean,
what's
I'm
happening?
not
Where are you
against
going?
that.
We're going to be
good
down there at
idea.
the parade today. So no.
Hot chocolate and Kahlua.
Now they don't want that getting that cannon ready to start tossing at kids. Not with that. We will all be sober as it will be a. Don't give me those eyes. It is a dry parade, and for us, and somebody else out there driving to their floats like.
Yeah, maybe
like
for
Nelson,
you guys.
I was going to say, we will for our group today. We will be out there with ESPN Pensacola with Cat Country News Radio. Congratulations to Cat Country, by the way, the country music station of the year again. Got the ACM award. So that is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ha ha! That's amazing, right there.
Well,
They're crushing
to
it.
quote you, what you had said
That
earlier
sounds fake,
was,
by the way, but
well,
continue.
4 is nice, but let me know
nope.
when you have 6.
Nope. No. Anybody out there listening from Cat Country, that's a complete joke. That's not true at all.
Get on the Patriot train or get off. That's what you said.
This is a complete fabricated lie.
Okay, that's fine.
You will be holding the wind feather.
I will not be there.
850-623-1330 is the number to be part of the show. As we're talking about some of the things going on. Tyson Fury, that's going to be a big fight tomorrow with Fury and Wilder. Like I said, I should not have ordered Saturday Night's Gone Wilder that I thought was the fight. It was the same night as the fight.
But here's the thing. The question is, are you going to watch it? Because you already paid for it.
I paid for it. I have to, yeah. That's why.
Yeah, I'm obligated.
Sounds now like it wasn't a mistake. I don't know.
Make sure I don't come over tomorrow to watch the fight because I won't be watching the fight.
What kind of atmosphere? You said chips and dip. What is this on the table? What's going on here? Why are there lights? This music by Barry White. Get out of my house. Where's Brittany? We get out of my house. No, Joel Embiid.
What just happened?
Joel Embiid said he is
don't
the best.
Don't bring him in on this. Right
He's
after
like,
you talk about this.
Don't want to touch this one. No. Joel Embiid said he is the best player in the NBA.
He declared it.
He declared it. It's been declared.
Well, it must be true then. We saw
that's
on
what we
TV.
do. We claim things and then, yeah.
No,
I found the gingerbread man today, so I mean, like,
you did.
But
for Embiid, listen, I don't have a problem with a guy coming out and saying this. People can be like, "How dare you?" I have a problem with a guy coming out and saying this. That we've seen him be really dominant. That gingerbread man is getting a little too close. But Embiid's a guy that's here and there. I mean, if you're gonna say you're the best, go out for 10 games straight and prove it. Like just declaring it. You know what, Chad? In that sense right there. Hold on, I got you. I'm the best player in the NBA. See how easy that was?
Yeah, but you said go out there. You said go out there for 10 games and prove it. That's also not criteria.
I know, but what I'm saying is like that's part of his thing is he's in and out. He gets injured, whatever. Look, I want you to try it. Just say it. I'm the best player in the NBA. Say it. Say it.
No. Patriot fans don't claim things.
UCF fans do, so say it.
Well, on that note, I'm the best player in the NBA.
There you go. Well, congratulations. Yeah. You're the best player in the NBA. No, well, all I'm getting to is, look, Embiid's a heck of a player. I'm not going to say that. I'm not dogging him by any means. What I am dogging him about, though, is you're going to come out and say you're the best. Please prove it. Like, I get with the 76ers. I hate when people are like, we'll go win a championship. Well, it's not that easy for some guys. You can still be the best player and not win a championship. It is a little tough if you don't have help around you. But for him, like, let's go out and be consistent with what we're doing. 39 points, 16 rebounds, awesome. Let's go out and do that. Put up 35 tomorrow or whatever. Just make this a consistent thing here. When you look at guys like Giannis, LeBron's, whatever, Kawhi's, let's look at the consistency that these guys play with. Even James Harden, you go out in the scoring and things. Let's look at this. That's what I'm saying.
It's real simple, though. He's not the best player in the NBA.
Well, he declared it, so it's true.
Look, and I actually, when I said it at first, I wasn't buying into it, but I do realize now I am the best player in the NBA.
Well, congratulations.
But no, 100%. I actually have a trophy to prove it. I played 2 years before I was over here after I got a UCF at the Norwegian Badminton Association. And listen, those people, it got cold up there, but I have, I think, 3 or 4 different trophies. So whatever you want to call it. It's a different NBA.
Basketball, not basket weaving.
I'm just saying, NBA. That's all you have to say.
I've seen you weave a heck of a
You know, it's like when they have USC on TV and you're like, oh, the Trojans are on? It's like, what are the Gamecocks doing here? Don't fool us here. Just go with SoCare.
Clickbait.
Go with SoCare on there.
It's
don't
clickbait.
Yeah, don't do this. Come on. Soca or something. Don't throw that. People that use the, like yesterday they went with SF when San Francisco was playing against Gonzaga on TV, but we knew who it was. Nobody from like San Fernando was like disrespect. Like nobody, the teams by like LSU doesn't need people coming in, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't need somebody to be fooling them right now.
Why is Louisiana Lafayette, Louisiana?
Like Lynn Shepherd University over in like
You know how many times that's thrown me
They're on
off?
it again.
Think about
Let's call Lynn.
We got Louisiana Lafayette playing in the Cox Diamond Invitational.
Yeah, now it's just the University of Louisiana. We'll be calling that, by the way.
It's Louisiana. Like, they just put Louisiana. It's like, who's that? And you look and you're like, it's Lafayette. They're known as Lafayette.
Well, maybe because I've met a few people from Lafayette, and they really are crazy. And maybe they wanted to just take out the name on behalf of them because they were getting
Fair enough.
associated.
That's fair enough.
Is it, or did I just disrespect a city based
Well,
on
you
like,
did,
I mean,
but
I
I'm
mean,
not going to disagree with you.
But it
either.
is. They really are, though. I've never heard somebody be like, I'm from Lafayette. And you know how the defensive coordinator starts the game with Lafayette? He takes the helmet and bashes himself. Give me that Chargers helmet. I'm going to do this for everybody on here.
You're really going to do
No,
it?
I don't. That's a white helmet. I don't want to smear. That's not for my forehead. But you know, he smashes his head with this helmet like a Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett could work there. Just Myles, we need you. Pop! And then, he's like, I got this. He's got a concussion, dude. No, he doesn't. He's getting back up. Myles, stop! But he every game crushes his forehead and blood comes out. You've seen that, right? This guy's crazy. The janitor is like, you got to be kidding me, bro. Like, I just cleaned this.
This
is
bad?
real, 100% real.
Look,
this is 100% real, though.
Talking about Louisiana Lafayette, no offense, but just the coaches and doing that kind of stuff just makes me think of the water boy, Coach Klein.
His
and all
Kier
that.
dog, yeah. But Joel Embiid, back to Joel Embiid, though. He's not the best player ever. And first off, how you get those accolades is you win in the championship. You win an NBA final. Right now, who's the best player in the NBA? Kawhi Leonard is the best player in the NBA. How did Kawhi Leonard really get to that mark? Because we always knew he was good when he was playing with Duncan, the guys like Tony Parker out in San Antonio. But the reason he got to this point, because remember, it's not Kawhi Leonard's first championship. He won one with the Spurs, too. But he was part of a group with a balding 40s Manu, with Tony Parker, with Tim Duncan. Crashes over here the whole group out there, they were all out. Greg Popovich.
Those were the days.
Before he wasn't wearing boat shoes and his Hampton look. The Spurs were winning, and Kawhi was part of that. But then he goes to his team, Toronto, and he became the man. And not only did he go over there, he took over for a team that spent years of saying, we're so close, but we can't beat LeBron. DeMar DeRozan, the whole crew. He comes in, some big shots from Fred Van Fleet. Jakob Poeltl, obviously, that's where we're going on this. And then that's where we needed to go.
That's true.
It's Jakob Poeltl's team.
What the people need.
Yeah. I'll give someone $50 if they see it for the first time and are able to say his name is Jakob Poeltl. Have you ever looked up what it say? Jacob
and I did not get it on the first time.
Jacob Poeltl or something? There's no. Yeah. You have to know basketball to know Jakob Poeltl. That's
you
all
can
I'm
find out
gonna
who's
say.
lying, because if they did get on the first try.
Yeah. Announcer on the thing. Now starting at center. 7-1 from Utah. Jacob Piotto. And he's like, who? He doesn't even come off the bench. Like, psst, Jakob Poeltl. Oh, okay. Jacob Poteo. I'm not trying this anymore, guys. This is ridiculous.
Get up.
Get him out of here.
Number 6.
Worry.
Let's go.
Don't worry. Next is this guy named Giannis Antetokounmpo. You mean Giannis Antetokounmpo? What are you doing, dude? Like, I'm out. I quit. Just put that. Just mess with the guy and put all those guys on one roster. That's a starting lineup.
The Serbian national team.
The worst.
Didn't you call a volleyball game?
I called a Polish volleyball game and gave everybody nicknames. I did. It was awful. I didn't do, but you can usually walk down. It was freezing cold, by the way. But it was
great time for volleyball.
No joke. Where has our career taken us at endpoints? It was a Polish volleyball game in Toledo, Ohio. Can't even make this up. Holy Toledo, Batman! I would not. And yeah, there was no money. First off, there wasn't a lot of money towards it. But this was at Owens Community College up in Toledo, and called a women's volleyball game, and it was a Polish national team. No, this is not. I gave everybody a nickname like Sarah P. I wasn't gonna try it. I don't even if her name was if it was even close. Her last name started with a P, but it was probably pronounced Kolcheski. Like, I don't know what was happening in that, so I did not. There was a lot of pneumonias going on. You know what I mean? Nats. There was other names like that. No, I was not going down.
It's a nice college.
It is a nice college. It's really nice.
It really is. Just looking at it.
Was that a friendly Google, or was that a Google to try to call me out on this?
No, I just
okay.
Because I want to put this whole thing in a picture of a Polish volleyball game in Ohio. Like, what?
Toledo, Ohio.
What is going on here? Why?
This is a disappointing memory.
Oh, it's right beside Buckhead Meat. There you go.
I think that's where I stayed. That's not a hotel?
No, it's a meat factory. But
oh my gosh!
No
wonder it was only $5. Why the guy didn't take any? He said, I'll take it in once.
That's why you don't remember it.
I was going to say, I thought that was my hotel. I thought that was part of the Clarion group. Okay, you know what?
Moving on.
No, we're not. We're going to break on that one. I'm a little upset right there. Guy owes me $5. Sports Drive, ESPN Pensacola, Blab TV. I can't believe it now.
1033, home invasion, 3 detained.
Description.
Mouse, female, spreading disease, contaminating food.
Copy that.
Termite, male, property damage.
Go ahead.
Stinging insect, male, triggered allergic reaction, major health risk.
Pests like mice, cockroaches, termites, and stinging insects pose real health and property risks. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org. That's PEST world.org.
A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
I'm Troy Rafferty, and many of you know about my love for sports and my longtime support for our local high school athletes. One thing these fine young people have taught me over the years is this: whether it's on the ball field, in the classroom, or in a court of law, always work your hardest and achieve the best results possible. And that is the commitment we make to our clients and our community.
Levin Papantonio in Pensacola since 1955.
Spin to win this weekend at Bob Tyler Toyota. After every new or pre-owned purchase, just spin the prize wheel and win great prizes like flat screen TVs, Yeti coolers, gift cards, Nintendos, Fitbits, gift baskets, and more. This weekend only. It's Bob Tyler Toyota's way of thanking you. Get to Bob Tyler Toyota and spin to win. Excludes tax tag registration title, Porter factory installed options extra. All prices include $899.50 dealer fees. Offers can't be combined and subject to be withdrawn at any time. See dealer for details. Expires 2/23/20. All previous offers not valid. Limited to first 50 buyers.
Hi, I'm Matt Kenseth. You don't have to be a race car driver to know that life can be full of drama. Some of it you can't control, like mechanical issues, high winds, and rain delays. But there's some drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
You just need to take that first step and find free classes near you and leave the drama for the racetrack.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
Join us in Seville Quarter March 7th from 12 to 7 for Cordova Crawfish Company's Crawfish for a Cause, presented by Truist Bank and Sandy Sansing dealerships. Tickets are $20 in advance, $25 at the event. When you help yourself to 3 pounds of Cajun crawfish, corn, potatoes, and sausage, you're also helping your community. Through our partnership with Rally Pensacola, Crawfish for a Cause supports local families struggling with childhood cancer. We'll have live music and drink specials throughout the family-friendly event, and other food options are available. Buy tickets and learn more at crawfishforacause.com.
His football career started as a quarterback at Pensacola High. It culminated as the coach of the Buffalo Bills. Now, Coach K. Stevenson talks football every day at noon on Talk Football with Coach K.
Kareem Hunt got pulled over last week for speeding.
This guy's been in trouble over and over and over again. Now, if they get him out of this, he will get in trouble again.
Noon to 1, weekdays on ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM. We do sports, and that's all we do. We're your hometown sports station, ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM.
Under attack, always coming in last, bringing up the bass. No one owes you anything, I think. You need a shotgun blast, a kick in the ass, so paranoid. Watch your back! Oh my, here we go, another loose cannon gone bipolar. Slip down, couldn't get much lower. Quicksand's got no sense of humor.
Welcome back, Sports Drive, ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM. Simulcast each and every day on Blab TV. You can watch the replay from midnight to 2 a.m. Tomorrow, you got your Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fight. It's going to be a good one right there. This is a big fight. I mean, it's not too many times. You know, the Klitschko's gave us a couple but we get behind the Americans. And, but there are some Fury fans out there still, even though that's not the guy I was
Furious
talking about.
fans, yes.
He's different. He's an oddball. Nothing like there's some guy, there's some oddballs, but when you're an oddball and you're 6'8", 280 pounds, that even makes you scarier.
So they weighed in, by the way, and Wilder's weighed in at 231. He weighed in at 276.
Jeez. Well, and heavyweight. I mean, there's no.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
it's,
absolutely. Can we get two sumo guys to go in there boxing? Just literally, at whoever throws, once you get about 6 punches, you're going to be like.
I know it's a craft. I mean, we've seen the movies, and it takes a skill. It's not always about the size, because there's a lot of guys. Roy Jones Jr. is now 50, and he was still boxing out there doing fights in Russia. Saw him last week. I know Jeff Wayne saw him today, and a lot of guys. He's still in town. He's always, he's part of the community. He does a ton. His Square Rings promotion, they do that there with Island Fights as well, and, helping out. I know he was out at El Rico's event there for Manager of the Year, doing so many great things for the community. But I do have to say, there's a lot of guys that look just in like a shirt, if you're wearing a polo, like a pair of jeans tonight, that look like him. There's very few people in this world that know how to fight like him. To that point.
Truth.
To that point. I feel like if today I started some billionaire, if you're out there listening, like a G6, get on a flight and just travel the world, and found like 7'4", 400-pound people. They're out there. Believe me. That's what I'm saying. It's going to take a lot of money.
Isn't that what Russia is?
It's going to take a lot of money, a lot of cocktails, a lot of mints under the pillows, nice places. Maybe I'll stay at some nice hotels with like the cool lazy boys and the listen, you're like, now this just sounds like vacation. Now this sounds like vacations now. But Tahiti, we'll start in Tahiti.
No, you're going to suffer. Sorry.
We're going to check Ibiza, Tahiti, all over the world. We're going to go to these places. And then if they're not there, we'll start there. That's where we'll, Fiji. We're going to just go check these places
You never
out.
know what you can
find.
find.
You never know there. Then we'll go to the real roots of like Senegal, where the 7'8" centers play. Yao Ming probably has a cousin. Do some that Ancestry.com. Start Googling.
We'll do that while we're in Fiji.
Data
if we
research
don't find
Yao
them.
Ming's family and these people. But if you get these guys and then just come together and say, I don't know what you're doing, but let's be honest also with your disease. And they're like, we don't have a disease. Be like, I'm sorry, but that you being 8 foot tall, what we're going to like, wait a second. Not a good way to start the conversation. But these guys used to get hurt. But say, look, you could be something. You could be somebody. So you're going to come back to my gym. We're going to give you protein shakes and just get these guys into boxing form. And I will be like the Roush Racing, Gibbs Racing of boxing, and just take care of like 8 foot, 400-pound human beings.
But okay.
Those guys that play the Russians in the movie against like the.
I'm on board if we can be.
I didn't say you're going to be. You well, get a shot.
I've already joined in. So.
There's only one room on this G6. It's a big plane, but I need room for my disco ball. And okay, continue.
Sit in the jump seat. If we can do this in Fiji,
get your pilot's license and we'll talk. Okay.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. There we go.
All right.
I'm down with that. You crossed me one.
You used to understand. There's going to be some people out there. I mean, like Geico had a commercial sort of mocking it with a walrus in goal. And they're throwing them fish, and the walrus could not be stopped. They couldn't make a goal because the walrus.
What was that?
A walrus noise.
What was it?
No, but it's
that was better.
Thank you.
Okay.
That
was well worth it.
All right, thank you. All right, you really need me to go down to walrus here. Craig Stadler's a little disappointed, but you could have you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
There's got to be somebody out there that is willing to sacrifice their size, get them back into a little bit of shape. However way possible.
We got to find
That's what I'm saying. We got to find these people, but they do exist out there. There are people out there that's like the mountain man or whatever he is from Game of Thrones. People look like that. There are people out there that look like that.
There's people that look like that here.
Yeah, but I don't want the American work ethic. These people need to be.
We need to go search trained. For these people, though.
They need to be. This is going to be run like some of those the shirts that we made in.
Oh my God.
Listen, we got to do what we got to do. I didn't say this is going to be American. Now I will bring them back to be American fighters, but I did not say how we're going to train them. But you got to get them in shape. You got to do what you got to do.
All right, whatever you say.
But you understand to the point of there are big people out there that have not been.
Yes, I think everybody does.
That's listen, they're out there. I'm going to bring them back. That's my goal. That is, Brittany doesn't know about this late, and I have a family. Like, what, you're just going to travel finding big people around the world? This is what I'm doing, yes.
It's what it's turned
into. This is what we're doing, because Tyson Fury needs to go down. This is all part of that.
He is going to go down again.
I think he's going to lose, too.
Yeah.
Better get your seat early. People are starting to pack up and get out there for tomorrow's fight.
Well,
Do not come over to my house. I got seven.
Wrong fight.
7 people thought I ordered the fight, but it is
something's
Something's gone. Saturday Night's Gone Wilder is not the fight, so do not come over. Apparently, I do not have the fight, so do not come over. That's bring your kids. I know that. Tim, do not bring your family either. I know your kid's a big MMA and UFC and boxing fan, but don't come to my house. It's not appropriate. Looking 850-623. Tiger decides to skip the Honda Classic, by the way, again.
You just literally cut our phone number off. 850-623. You didn't even say the whole number. It's like, all right, figure out the rest on your own. Good luck. 850-623-1330.
I was pulling a Patriot way and getting out of that conversation right there. Getting out of that conversation.
At least finish the job.
That's we do. We make sure to finish the job. Cornell's losing to Dartmouth right now.
Who cares?
Oh no, they're not playing Dartmouth. That's Cornell's beating Yale.
I forgot it's Ivy League.
What are you doing
Friday.
right now with Ivy League? We got Shoot.
I don't know what I'm doing in my life. That's a good question.
Oh, Dan right now.
Where's
Somebody's
my remote at?
Somebody's sitting there like, Dan's talking local sports. What are you doing talking right? Cornell
Dan the man.
and Yale right now is going on. Let's get it back into the conversation about the 14-team playoff. More important stuff going on. It looks like the collective bargaining agreement, this is going to be shut down. It's not going to happen. Based on it's close, but I don't think it's going to go through. Is it one of these, I'm okay either way? Meaning like, is this like
I don't have a choice.
We go to Bubba's Sweet Spot for ice cream and somebody goes, we're going to give you like we're going to give you the vanilla ice cream, or we're going to give you like the peanut butter ice cream. You don't have an allergy either. Like, I'm okay. Either way, I'm going to leave fine.
Yeah.
Is this how we're going on this?
I mean, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it, but
no, you don't get to mix them. It's one.
Oh, just
one flavor.
Oh,
okay.
well.
Oh,
yeah,
never mind.
I'm all right.
All right.
No, I see both sides of this, but ultimately, the players, we understand this. We know this. The players will rule this. They need to rule. They need to have the ability to say no, things like that. So getting this opportunity for them, if they vote no, well, so be it, because they're the product that's going to be on the field.
Yeah.
You can hate that or not, but you all right?
I'm good.
Okay, I was just wondering, with the gingerbread man making another appearance.
I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, though. Either way, I'm okay based on the rule of the 14-team playoff. The idea was to have 2 versus 8, 3 versus 7, and you have the matchup right there. Well, hold on a second. 2
versus 7.
2 versus 7. Jesus, Pete. I was like going over there. I was like, okay, it's about parade time right now. It's about Fridays by this time right now.
It's
with
not
this.
the parade.
Okay,
it's just
that
Friday.
was 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, and 4 versus 5 on each side, and then one gets a bye. Jeez.
Wait a minute.
Like,
one of
this
these
is
doesn't
not
belong.
adding up right here. There's not because you added an extra whole team out there. All right, so 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, and 4 versus 5, and one gets a bye. And that on both sides.
We're talking numbers.
I don't have a problem with it, but I just don't feel like it's necessary right now.
Well, the problem that I do have with it is now the potential of bringing a team under 500 in, or a 500. You know what? It's just We talked about that this year with the Eagles and the Cowboys, and everybody's like, you got to be kidding me. Like, what a joke. So now we're going to add another team, and I think it's going to be the norm. My thing to this, too, though, and I mentioned this to Coach as well, is if we do this, then why don't we go ahead and if you have a better record, then you get to host. Where winning your division still means something. It doesn't take that away, but you lose your home field advantage if you're 8-8 and the other team is 11 and whatever. You know, when you look at that 11-5, or when they add the other game, 12-5, that's my only thing. If you're going to change this and you're going to make it this, we're going to do all this, we're going to add an extra playoff team, then can we please change the format where Seattle would have hosted a game this year, things like that, instead of the Eagles? I mean, that's kind of where, okay, I'll meet you in the middle, but I need you to do this. Is that a rule that needs to be changed? I mean, I feel like it is.
Yeah, I do. I think that should have been changed a long time ago.
Well, yeah, I agree. But I think if you're going to change it now, here's an opportunity. If we're going to make changes to what we're doing, and we're going to make drastic changes, which this is a drastic change, and you're talking about changing up the playoffs, then let's make that change.
Yeah, one more playoff game. You get the biggest thing to me is you've got to be careful of how much importance is on the regular season. The NFL is the one league. It's the one entity right now that the regular season can be enjoyed based on fantasy football, based on, hey, it's a weekend at the bar or at the restaurant where you get to hang out with everybody with your same jersey. Look, we did the NFL tailgate show, and people had a blast. People showed up in jerseys. Sorry, Bengals fans. People showed up in jerseys knowing that they had zero shot of going anywhere. But they showed up and cheered on their team because that's what you do. Do the same thing. Look, got diehard Vanderbilt fans. Got great people out there listening right now. They're fans of Kentucky football, fans of basketball teams that haven't won in years. Wake Forest, since Tim Duncan has not done anything in the tournament, but they show up every single week and they support their fans. And I think the one thing about the NFL is it has a stronghold on that. But if you start to get more teams, what you do is you take out, because you're going to get a 7-9 team in there.
You
and then
water
you're gonna
it down.
You do. It's like the bowl season. I still watch games and place a prop bet or something on these games that are random
Coach
in the
is
middle.
fired?
So that was more than a prop bet. But Eastern Michigan and Pittsburgh, I'm not going to sit hey, honey, what are we doing tonight? Oh, we're supposed to have that big gala. Oh, what? What? Your cousin's getting married? We've got the wedding this week? No, can't do it. You can't make it? Well, I mean, if you want me to miss the Gildan New Mexico Bowl, I mean, New Mexico State is, come on now. You really want me to lose that? San Jose State's having a great year, honey. They're 5-7. How'd they get in? Bowl game?
Is there really a conversation like that? There's got to be one.
No.
There's got to be that one guy, though.
There's somebody that says that. Maybe somebody. Maybe. I'm not sure if that happens.
Honey,
if you
realistic,
even if you are the president of the Gildan New Mexico Bowl and you say you are going to miss time for the Gildan New Mexico Bowl, you will be sleeping on the couch or looking on Tinder or something because you're done. You're done. You're out of there at that point.
Daisy,
has that ever been a conversation?
Tinder.
Love to go. I'd love to go to the Grand Canyon hiking with you this week. But the Gildan New Mexico Bowl is on at 1 p.m. on a Tuesday. It just just got to do what you got to do.
Did you want to talk about Daisy at all?
You got to explain this. By the way. I'm not. When you say these things, you got to make this clear. As a happily married man, I have to make that clear.
Okay,
but
no, we're not going to talk about that.
This is not. But I will say,
nice lady though.
This is not a real human. I will say though that the bowl games, when you have those 6-6 teams, though, people only watch it for either the gambling or they went to that school. Or it's Tuesday or Wednesday afternoon and you're around Christmas and there's something to watch. Outside of that, people are not enthralled by that. And if you start adding 7-9 teams or 8-8 teams, it's not a ton. They're only making a push for one more team. But think about it. Last year, honestly, and this is a strong group of fans and they let people know, so they'll probably say yes. But Pittsburgh with Duck Hodges or Mason Rudolph, pick or choose on this one.
Either or.
Yeah. Pittsburgh and the LA Rams would have both been in the playoffs last year. Neither of those fan bases. One of them was the defending NFC champion, sort of. I know Rams, Saints fans but they were. They were the defending. I watched the Patriots beat them. That clarifies it. The Rams were the you like how I put that? The Rams were the NFC champions. And the Steelers are a perennial playoff team. And both of these teams had bad seasons, though. And their fans felt disappointed. They did not feel like they deserved to be in that spot. I felt disappointed losing to the Dolphins last week, and at least we were 12-4. I'm just saying, there's a lot of teams right now that don't really feel like they should be in. Some of them, like if you were a Cleveland and you went 7-9, or like an Arizona Cardinals team, you'd be ecstatic to get in the postseason. Some fan bases would love to. Others, not going to really feel like you earned it. It's only one spot off. Like I said, I'm not going to be this sour curmudgeon on the couch being that guy, but I will say I just don't think there's any need to change it. I don't. Not against it. I'll be okay with it. Well, the only thing good about it is it adds more emphasis. Number one means a little more because number one's the only team that gets a bye now in the AFC and NFC.
Well, I think that it's like MLB talking about doing almost like that reality show type thing for their playoffs with the wild cards. I think MLB did it right, adding that wild card game, that one game right there. Wild card, there you go. You got to win to move on. I like that. Let's not expand this. Look, NBA, you got 8 from each side. That's fine. That's whatever. Because basketball is a different type of sport as well, though.
Badminton. Oh, no.
Basketball, not badminton.
Okay,
we'll get on to badminton in the next segment.
Norwegian. When you say NBA, Norwegian Badminton Association.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Basketball.
Got to clarify.
But no, basketball, when we talk about the March Madness, things like that, or the NBA playoffs, whatever, it's a little bit different of a sport when you talk about this. In the NFL, listen, at 9-7 with the way the Titans finished, having to beat the Texans with their backups to get in the playoffs.
That was A.J. McCarron. That's your boy.
All right. Well, going to move on. You're starting to make my blood boil. No, but doing that, it still felt, and I know we beat the Patriots and whatever, and that is awesome. But what I'm getting at here is we had to squeak in, and we had to beat a team that had backups. And it almost felt like watered down there with the Titans being able to squeak in the playoffs because it was going to be us or the Steelers. So when you add another team like that, I understand from a fan perspective, cool. You add another team or whatever, but the overall analysis of it all, I don't like it. I really don't. It's exciting, I guess, but at the same time, it's already exciting.
I just feel like in sports today, there are so many things that we do need to fix, and this is not one of them. Like the NFL playoffs is good, and so is the regular 16-game season. Adding one extra game, yeah, it's fine. I'd love an extra game. It would give us one more week over there at World of Beer doing the show. I'm happy with all of it, but we don't need either of these to be changed.
Well, dude, let me ask you this too. Just I know it's a little far-fetched, but with these, look, MLB changing their system. When you look at the NFL changing their system,
the MLB needs change.
Adding,
we need less games.
Teams, yes,
we do. I'm just saying.
I agree with that, but adding teams like this,
nice catch.
Jeez.
Right there on.
Too bad they couldn't.
Just testing you last night. I was gonna say.
Does it not seem that maybe the NCAA, when you think about football, the 4-team playoff, maybe this is. I know it's completely different, but this is
Bill Hancock's on an Iowa field right now.
Well, he's at Kent State from action. That's what he's doing.
Most random ever.
But look, we're seeing change in these major sports like that, and we've heard talk of expanded a playoff to 8 teams or 6 teams or whatever. I mean, maybe it could be closer than we think. I mean, because we had no idea this was coming from the NFL until it happened.
Yeah.
And then they brought it up, and they're like, well, they're proposing this. Like, whoa, where did this come from?
Getting a text coming in, 850-623-1330. B. Sanders did not put their first name. I believe all 32 teams should get into the NFL. It says from New Hampshire, somewhere in New Hampshire.
Free tickets for everybody, right?
B. Sanders. No, all 32 teams, regardless of record, all 32 teams should get a shot.
But free tickets. Nobody should have to pay for a ticket either.
No, you have to pay for a press box for somebody.
Oh, okay.
Right. Coming back for more. Sports Drive, ESPN Pensacola, Blab TV.
ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM. Pensacola's home to hometown sports, covering the biggest high school games. UWF football, catching every game of the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. Plus, local sports commentary with the Sports Drive with Chad Brillante. And weekend sports talk with Davis Allen and Justin Patrick on the Sports Call. We are local. We are ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM.
During these tough economic times, it's easy to lose sight of the importance of saving for the future. The National Foundation for Credit Counseling wants you to know there are simple steps to set aside dollars each month. The most important is reviewing all your monthly expenses and establishing a household budget. Need help getting started? Speak with a certified credit counselor who can help map out a plan for you. Call the NFCC at 800-388-2227. This has been a public service message from the NFCC.
Hear ye, hear ye. I bringeth thee a message from... a message from the king and his new trumpeter, Stephen. The king wishes me to convey his favor to thine team and thine tailgate. Not yet. He invites thee to let the Bud Light flow forth. And he also wishes me to tell thee that he toasts thee. Waiteth until the end, Stephen! With game day's favorite light lager and the slogan of his kingdom... Oh! Dilly dilly!
Enjoy responsibly. Bud Light Beer, AB, St. Louis, Missouri.
What if people had a battery level icon? Like on your phone? You'd see a lot of us in need of a recharge. Thank goodness there's 5-Hour Energy. Because just one sugar-free, vitamin-packed 5-Hour Energy shot can get you all the way back to 100% fast. And isn't life better at 100%? 5-Hour Energy. Get back to 100%. For more information, visit 5hourenergy.com.
ESPN Radio is taking over.
ESPN News. You can now watch your favorite radio shows all in one place. From Golic and Wingo. Oh, yeah. To the Dan Levitard Show with Stugotz.
All right, I'm available every day, thanks.
To the Stephen A. Smith Show.
I just don't understand this guy.
To the Will Kane Show.
It's my job to tell the truth.
From morning to night, the best of ESPN Radio is now available on ESPN News.
Leadership Pensacola nominations are now open. Go to PensacolaChamber.com and click on the banner at the top of the homepage and submit your nomination. You can nominate yourself or someone else. Nominations are due by 4 p.m. on February 28th, and the applications will go out at the beginning of March. Leadership Pensacola is a 10-month program for leaders in the area to learn more about and become more involved in our community. So please nominate a leader you know today.
You can watch Chad on the Sports Drive live right now on our YouTube channel at ESPNpensacola1330.
Welcome back, Sports Drive, ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM. Simulcast each and every day on Blab TV. You can watch a replay of the show from midnight to 2 a.m. Tonight, happy Mardi Gras. Pensacola Mardi Gras Parade should be fun. Over 200 floats. Expect to be down there. Weather dropped a little, but I don't mind it, you know. Got a reason to party, have some fun. And tomorrow, got the beat arm going. I'm ready to go. Make some throws. I just do a play action on a kid. Come on. I need some beat. Give him a fake, a pump fake. I'm not going to pump fake any kids. I did for that one girl. This was at the Christmas parade a while back, and I did hit her right in the face with beads. I apologize. They get stuck together. It's not my fault. If you're, and I apologize on behalf of my name, JP. We do have a text coming in, by the way.
Yep, Gary Stewart. That's right here in
Thank
Pensacola.
you, Gary.
Yeah, Gary, how about that? It's nice when people put their name.
That is nice. Yeah,
give them credit.
This
for
looks. I'm looking at across the room here. This
don't look too hard. I got
looks
this.
like well written.
Strain your eyes.
Okay.
I think if it's not broke, don't fix it. But being a Chiefs fan, it was scary having a bye, having the guys on ice for a week. So I guess I'm on the fence. But either way, I feel like the Super Bowl outcome would have been the same this year with the new playoff system. But I'll agree with that.
That's sort of our point is if it's going to be the same system. Now there's a rebuttal to that is over the last couple years the best teams have won. But the actual fact is 6 of the last 16 teams, which is a lot, 6 of the last 16 teams have been 6 seeds, wild cards, that have won the Super Bowl. Now 2 of them were against my Patriots as the New York Giants. You had the Baltimore Ravens, remember? They were getting crushed at the end of the season. They're getting beat like by 40 points at the end, and then Raheem Morris slips for the Denver Broncos, and they score that, and then they go on this run. The whole Harbaugh Bowl, the lights go out in New Orleans, they win. Flacco now gets to call out people, and he's out of a job.
Patriots thing to happen.
Paid $108 million.
Change the game.
Don't transition from Flacco to my team, please. Don't. But
fair enough.
There's another
fair
one.
Enough.
The Steelers did it, and then there was 2 others that right now we're starting to date back more than I've got brain cells left by Friday at this time. But there were 6. I mean, I'm looking at them right now. 6 of 16 teams.
You just transitioned from.
I'm just saying. I remember off the top of my head right now 4 of those teams.
Look, the fact
but
you
I
have
know
no
there
brain cells left is not Friday's
somebody's.
fault.
Yeah, that's. Hey, listen, stop. Got to get ready. The fight's coming up. 6 of 16 teams. So to that point, could one of those teams sneak in and win? Could the Cowboys sneak in and win? Yes, but I would agree with Gary that it wouldn't have changed this year. I think I picked Kansas City to win it all at the beginning of the playoffs because of Patrick Mahomes and the way they played, and they're the first team in NFL history to be able to beat 3 teams by double-digit points, trailing by double-digit points in the playoffs and win all of them. They were down 10 to your Titans real quick, and then you got slaughtered. And then you had 24-0 to Houston. And then in the fourth quarter when people are posing, doing their shots by San Fran, and they came back and won that game too. So first team in NFL history to do that, and Andy Reid went and had a double. Another one coming in, 850-623-1330, as we have another text coming in.
Yeah, it says, can't stand Big Papi or anything to do with the Boston Red Sox. That's a good enough one right there. Great show, guys, watching on Channel 48 over here in George County, Mississippi.
Well, now that we have a lot of people watching and also listening.
I love the Red Sox comment. Thank you.
Well, he just saw my my Keystone Light face to that comment. Watching it, the emotions were dancing gingerbread cookies on here and stuff. Somebody on radio just said, "What the heck?" It's real. I mean,
it is real. There is a cutout of a gingerbread.
It's right in front of my face now. But he then clearly saw my, as he says, can't stand Big Poppy. Cut him. Like, listen, I was the one yesterday that said, yeah, he called him out for being a snitch. Big Poppy, nobody first off in the Dominican thought it was his cousin when he went to shoot him. They knew you don't miss a 6'4", 240-pound, 240 in his left thigh. You don't 6'4", 300-pound target sitting there. Oh, whoops, I was the wrong guy when you have a hit out. He did some things, and he maybe or maybe not spent time with the drug lord's wife. That's all I can say. I'm not. See, I opened myself up for allegedly on that, right?
You New Englanders.
He may or may have not spent time with a drug lord's wife, a kingpin drug lord's wife in Dominican. Maybe or maybe not. And then when he was told to stop, may or may not have kept seeing this drug lord's. I don't know about this. This is all hypothetical. Maybe that's maybe not. Purple unicorn's why I got shot. But I will say though, it was a mistake. He's still always going to be one of my favorites for what he did. He's one of the very few people. There's only a few moments where you can yell something. This is our Blanking City, and they don't even dub you out. They're just like, heck yeah. Because after the Boston Marathon bombings, you needed Big Poppy to come up, and they won the World Series that year. It was incredible, and he was the emotional leader of that group. He's like a cartoon character. Guy's awesome. He's always good, but
it's a big cartoon character.
But to the point. Read it one more time again.
Can't stand Big Poppy or anything to do with the Boston Red Sox. Great show, guys.
Thank you for.
I love it though. Straight to the point. There we go.
That's straight.
I don't like the Boston Red Sox either. So thank you over in George County, Mississippi. Thank you.
George County, Mississippi. That's awesome. You're watching over there though. I appreciate it. We're having some fun out there on Channel 48, which is DirecTV probably, or any satellite dish. Or he's like, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
I think it's the satellite.
Yeah. Ask him. Now I'm talking to the text, so I will say, what is your team? Are we going Mike Leach? Are we going Lane Kiffin or other? More Brett Favre, Southern Miss days. Now you're typing back. He's watching the show. He can just text back in. You don't have to type this.
Yeah,
you look like Doogie Howser over here now, like typing this.
All right.
If you're
enough.
listening, I
just want to know what your team is. There we go.
Yeah. Which
over in George County, Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Us know.
Who? If you had to pick today, Team Lane, like the old what was it, werewolf movies where they whatever the team person. My wife had one of those things. It was a sticker.
What was the two?
I don't know that. Liz, we're gonna go with This doesn't look like a comment. What?
All right.
We're moving on. Okay, that's fine. It's a fair. I would have probably written the same thing. But out of the teams, though, what are you on? Team Leach or Team Kiffin?
Team Kiffin, I think, will have more success. Where Mike Leach, I think it'll be something different for the SEC. I think ultimately you're going to have a defense. I mean, I don't think he's going to be able to recruit. He hasn't recruited defense well, but it's different in Mississippi State. But at the same time, it's not like he moved to Alabama or LSU or any team like that. So recruiting's still going to be tough for him. Where Lane Kiffin is a dog. Lane Kiffin will go in there and he'll do whatever he has to do to get these guys. By the way, he got a recruit to flip from Florida. I actually wrote it down over here. It was actually a big deal.
So Hugh Freeze left his book
Mark
already.
Britt out of Miami, Florida.
All right.
Got him. He's a 4-star athlete, the number 9 athlete overall.
Hugh Freeze left his book to success on the table.
Well, be a little bit different maybe.
Starts
still some smoke.
The epilogue is a bunch of numbers in Detroit at a call center.
But with Lane Kiffin, though.
Who is Cinnamon?
When you look at Lane Kiffin, he's not afraid to go out and get anybody. Leach is the guy like the wizard, whatever. He's going to tell you the cool story. When you're gonna walk away and be like, what did he just say to me? What the heck just happened? Well, we just went, okay.
First off, in your defense, I'm trying to help you here. Have you ever had a conversation with a wizard? Because you acted like that was a path of.
Well, I talked to Crash yesterday. We talked about that on the show.
You go, man, he's like the wizard, man. We have great conversations and stuff like that.
Crash.
You go to Pensacon and have a conversation with the wizard, but that's not. I don't
get you in trouble.
You shall not pass.
Well, do you take Lane or do you take Mike Leach?
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna go. I want.
Well, then I'm going Mike Leach.
Mike Leach. I want Mike Leach to have more success, but I'm gonna go Lane Kiffin. It's a safer play, I think, to take Ole Miss than Mississippi State. Just the resources and funding, and Oxford, and Starkville. Mississippi State has, to me, overachieved when it comes to being able to get the athletes and the teams. A great baseball team. They're solid in basketball with Ben Howland. And I think they're also, a team that has made a run at one point with Dak Prescott a couple years ago. They were number one in the nation. What was that? 3 years ago. Number one in the nation in week 7 of the season. Ole Miss was 3 at that time.
Yeah.
Then they played Alabama. I mean, it was still early polls. But, hey, when we were undefeated, our fake national title, we won nothing that year. We didn't get ranked half the year. All right, let's go to our next text, 850-623-1330. We got another one coming in. No? Wait. That's the best. You shaking your head no.
I'm sitting in the control room with Caitlin and Aisha. It's my first time watching the show, and I'm enjoying it.
Well, there you go.
In the control room right there, backstage.
That's awesome right there, back in the VIP. When they say control room, I just like to think, first off, if it's
you think a Patriots control room where you send all your film of all these other teams.
I hope it's not.
Is that what you were talking about? Like, is that what you thought?
People up in the flight recorder.
The Red Sox control room?
No, yeah, it is. The videotape room right
Big
there.
Big floppy?
That's our pals right there. Cincinnati Bengals sideline. That's where we are right now. Yeah. First off, for the people that think that the side smart aleck comments, not from these. These are good texts. I like these. I did see the big floppy, by the way. It's okay. It's all right. AKA, you could have read that. It's all right. I'm embracing this. He did take
AKA Mr. PED.
He did take protein shakes, But I will say, yeah, protein enhancing diet. But
the Patriot way.
That's the Patriot way. But for the people that say the Houston Astros are taking the Patriot way, big X on Family Feud. You get all 3 X's. The team that took the Patriot way is very clear. It's the team that also got caught cheating this offseason. And we don't talk about it. Nobody said a word about them. Then we got rid of it like one of those movies, like with you put the hitman in the back of a pink Cadillac, and then the music plays, like the violin down by the water.
Well, that's why
and nobody ever talks about them. Get rid of them all.
That's why Big Papi was literally calling out Fires about being a snitch. He was like, see
that's
look,
right.
Now let's deflect all the way to the Oakland Athletics,
yes,
where Mike Fires is. Let's go to the West Coast and let's call him out. Genius.
There's been 17 reports since we've sat here on Mike Fires getting death threats and snitches, and about Altuve and trash cans getting banged at practice. And all this time, the Red Sox did fire their manager, he's gone because of sort of the same scenario, but we don't talk about it. And we're getting ready for the season. And you know what gets brought up on the Red Sox? It's like, dang it, Mookie Betts.
It's perfect. They traded everything, so nobody needs to pay attention to him this year. It's genius.
It is. It's the Patriots.
You know what? This
is
great.
Gosh, this is what we do.
This is great. Dang it.
2019, since we lost,
you guys are expanding.
You're going to go ahead and be like, remember when we beat you last year in the playoffs in football? I go, that didn't exist.
That didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
I'm going to go back and I'm like, yeah, it did. I'm going to go back and look, and it's going to be gone.
NFL Films goes directly to the 2019 playoffs when they beat the Rams in the Super Bowl. We just skipped 2020 overall, except for Joe Burrow. I claim them. Go Tigers. Coming back for more Sports Drive, ESPN Pensacola. Happy Mardi Gras and Blab TV.
Hello, sports fans. Miles Bentley here, General Manager at Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Pensacola. Growing up, I always loved sports. Nothing but net, out of the park, through the uprights. Sink the puck Bentley, that was me. But my love of the game couldn't beat my love for Pensacola and helping folks get on the road of dreams in a new Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Sure, I never went to the big leagues in sport, but we're all pro here at Hill Kelly Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Proud to be in Pensacola.
Join us in Seville Quarter March 7th from 12 to 7 for Cordova Crawfish Company's Crawfish for a Cause, presented by Truist Bank and Sandy Sansing dealerships. Tickets are $20 in advance, $25 at the event. When you help yourself to 3 pounds of Cajun crawfish, corn, potatoes, and sausage, you're also helping your community. Through our partnership with Rally Pensacola, Crawfish for a Cause supports local families struggling with childhood cancer. We'll have live music and drink specials throughout the family-friendly event, and other food options are available. Buy tickets and learn more at crawfishforacause.com.
Are you looking to hire someone with proven world-class job skills? Well, there are some very qualified candidates out there. America's Wounded Warriors. These men and women are eager to get back to life at home and a good job, which is why Wounded Warrior Project developed the Warriors to Work program. It helps wounded warriors translate their military job experience to the civilian workplace. To hire a proven professional, contact Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home the brave.
Hey there, I'm a glue stick, so I have one job. I glue kid stuff. So sorry for being jealous of Geico, who does a ton more, like give you 24/7 access to thousands of licensed agents. And Geico has been around for over 75 years and has a 97% customer satisfaction rating. While I've just got mediocre adhesive skills, Geico also has an award-winning mobile app. Uh-oh, arts and crafts time. No eating the glue stick. Miss Lydia!
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
To give batters a different look, pitchers throw a changeup.
Your idea of a different look is sunglasses.
That's true. But La Quinta Inns and Suites is really taking the different look thing to a new level.
Definitely a major league makeover, starting with a bolder, brighter lobby full of comfortable spaces to let you settle in.
Or chill out in front of a big, flat screen like Wingo would.
Oh, you know it. It's a changing La Quinta look to help you get in the zone and look sharp when you hit that big meeting.
Prepare to win at business with La Quinta Inns and Suites.
Book now at LQ.com.
When working at a growing business, you wear many hats. The new business hat, the buying toner for the copy machine hat, the sifting through tons of resumes hat. You can throw away that last hat thanks to Indeed.com. When posting your job, Indeed lets you add screener questions that give you a less time-consuming route to your short list of qualified candidates. So go ahead, dust off that extra long lunch hat. Hiring's better when you've got your short list. Save time on hiring when you post a job on Indeed. Get started today at Indeed.com/hire.
Saturdays are live and local on Sports Call with Davis Allen and Justin Patrick.
The Astros are a joke.
The MLB is a joke as well.
The MLB, they don't know how to handle this.
Exactly.
They don't know how to handle this, so how do they handle it? Terribly.
You can't handle P. Bros that way and then handle these Astro players this way. It doesn't add up.
It's sports talk with a lot of chill. Every Saturday from 11 to 1 on ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM. The teams, the games, the fans, the local talk. This is ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM.
Mr. Worldwide to infinity. You know the roof on fire. We go boogie, oogie, oogie, jiggle, wiggle, and dance like the roof on fire. We go drink drinks and take shots until we fall out like the roof on fire. Now, baby, get my booty naked, take off all your clothes and light the roof on fire.
Welcome back, Sports Drive.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Pensacola, 1330 AM, 99.1 FM. Why do I have to always come back on these?
I'm a fireball.
All right, you're now dancing with the gingerbread man.
All right, you know what? 850-623-1330. We got about 2 minutes left here. Big news, New York Rangers have a 1-0 lead on the Carolina Hurricanes.
Thank goodness.
That's right. We got Ivy League basketball.
Thank goodness again.
Well,
we're getting it all tonight.
Remember when I said they outsmart you and then the guy gets a 4-point play by fouling him? Like I called out the guys. Yes. It was Harvard versus Yale, about as smart of a game as you would expect. And so far in Harvard football, the guy, remember, he gave the bird to the guy. He's going in the end zone. He's like, 10-5. Wait a second. And here's the thing. If you're going to give the guy the we just beat you rivalry, give him the old bird. I'll do the
Larry bird, or
you give him the bird, which is this is the right finger, so you can't dub that out.
Yikes.
So if you give him the bird though, then do it at least. This is an awful way of condoning this.
Do not listen to this, kids.
Chad's philosophy on what the right things to do when you're doing the wrong thing, but do it in the end zone because you've already scored the touchdown, and then it's just a 15-yard kick on the kick, right? Correct?
It's the best of a bad situation.
What you've done is he flicked him off at the 5, which is a spot foul, which took him back to the 20. So coach is going to pull you over and be like, first off, you shouldn't be flicking people off on a football field. But if you're going to do it once you've got the touchdown. So now you get to sit there and get reprimanded by the coaches. Kicks up, you take the lead. Kicker kicks it in the back of the end zone anyway, squib it, whatever, don't care, and you've moved on. That's a good philosophy on the kicks. I'm just saying. And then they're up 4 points with a few seconds left, and he throws the ball up. And he gets fouled on a 4-point play. That's all the time we have for today's show. Happy Mardi Gras. We're going to be out there at the Pensacola Mardi Gras Parade having some fun. Thanks again to Caitlin back at our Blab TV studios. For JP, I'm Chad Brillante. Have a great rest of your night, and God bless.
Road to a whole lot of nothing. Got a deed to the land, but it ain't my ground. This is God's country. We pray for rain and thank him when it's falling, 'cause it brings a grain and a little bit of money. We put it back in the plate. I guess that's why they call it God's country. I saw the light in a sunrise, sitting back in a 40 on the muddy riverside, getting baptized in holy water and shine with the dogs running. Saved by the sound of a pin found Dixie whistle in the wind that'll get you heaven bound. The devil went down to...
A reminder, coming up on next Monday's show, we will have the tribute to Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna, as that will follow Talk Football with Coach K and Inside the XFL at 1 o'clock. We'll have that for you right here on ESPN Pensacola. Currently, right now, some of the games going on, it's mostly Ivy League basketball, as Quinnipiac is down by 7 to Canisius. Say that 7 times fast. Right there at halftime. Niagara with a 15-point lead over Fairfield. Fairfield fans, the Stags, be careful out there. Ryder and Iona, the Gales, with a 5-point lead. St. Peter's and Manhattan all tied at 26. Monmouth and Marist, the Foxes. What did the Fox say? You're down by 1. Brown and Columbia right now. Columbia, the Lions, with a 5-point lead. Cornell with a 5-point lead over Yale. That's not good at halftime. And Dartmouth with a 4-point lead over Penn. Princeton Harvard right there. It is a 4-point lead for Princeton at half. Green Bay and Detroit Mercy with an 8-point lead. Kent State. I didn't even say the name of the team that was winning there. Green Bay with an 8-point lead over Detroit Mercy. Buffalo down by 6 to Kent State. Those are your big-time scores right now in college basketball. On a
This is ESPN Pensacola, 1330 AM and 99.1 FM, the only local station that talks sports 24 hours a day, 7